Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic hump day. Celebrate this day however you see fit. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. It definitely does help our community to grow. And if you're interested in supporting us a little bit further, you can consider becoming a member here on our channel. That'll get you a weekly update post of a different little short encounter that you can get for a mission inside of any of your games. In addition to all of that, we do have an open Patreon right now if you are interested in joining our community just to hang out with all of us, and if you are interested in, well, joining in any of our games. We do have open slots available and a couple of new games starting soon. So if you're interested in any of that, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. Uh-oh. You guys moved positions on my screen. I have to fix this. Well, while I'm working on fixing this, everybody, welcome to the community. I hope, for all of you that are new here, that you get to learn about exactly what has been transpiring, what has been going on inside of our universe, inside of our games. This is a unique game, a two-part one-shot, going over the consequences of the actions of a different group, though they did everything in their power to ensure that nothing bad would transpire or happen. There's only so much that is within your control. In this universe, there are certain laws. These laws are more powerful than the gods themselves. Nothing should be capable of breaking them. No written knowledge, no mortal, not even a god themselves. But somehow, not very long ago, about 3 months or so, a group of adventurers who just wanted to bring back their friend, someone who helped to save Tal'Dorei and potentially the entire world of Exandria, to life. They worked tirelessly. They dove deep into the lore of the world, finding why she couldn't leave. A law called the Tether, stating that when you die, you move on. When you are tethered to a location, you always come back to that location. And while they were trying to safely destroy her tether and the tether of the creature she was bound to, they uncovered secrets of this universe. And though there's been no proof thus far of any group finding out these secrets, the law of tethering found out what was transpiring. After there was a notification, one of the high deities, tier 1 deities of this realm, Aseso, noticed the pool of an incredible power coming in. Now, there are weekly council meetings between the divine, those that can associate with one another. Reagan, as the goddess of Zodiac, one of the champions who killed Leo, the tyrannical Zodiac god himself, Aseso approached you and one of your most trusted companions, Lucian, another god of Zodiac, and she asked you for your assistance. The first large responsibility she is giving you outside of your world, and since your ascension, you realize just how small Zodiac was in comparison to everything else. I mean, these other worlds, these other realms, they have at least 10 times as many people there, and they've existed for far longer. But she needs your help. She brings you and Lucian together and travels off to the outer boundaries of our universe, New Embrace. Once you are there, she begins constructing floating landscapes, explaining that this will turn into a world eventually. but she can't make that happen quite yet. She tells you about this impending threat, and in doing so also tells you about a different law that was captured, one that was far more powerful than her. And the only way to do that. You have to appease the law somehow, so that it always pursues what it is doing, without ever having the need to linger or move. As laws are not sentient. So, her creation of this new location, Tethesis, Lucian creating a wide magical net that this law would be attracted to bring it closer to Tethesis, you were given a task. Shown a Seiso's looking glass. The thing she uses to divine on all of existence whenever she wants. You are told to gather individuals. 3 individuals. To assist with this impending doom. Who was the first of the 3 that you were curious about?
I would say she would see the importance of having another wizard first.
So, you begin looking through all of the worlds and realize there's no powerful wizard in any of these planes that you would trust with this job. Either they're mentally not prepared for the situation, or their trustworthiness is not high enough. They're not good enough people. For some reason, Arcanum attracts some of the most disreputable individuals for the capability of learning and earning power. So then you look further outside of the worlds. A different formation out here called IBIS Leyline. And you find out that each of these academies has the most powerful of each of the wizarding schools ahead of them. You find a woman by the name of Mel, the Grand Master of the School of Conjuration, can on a whim summon any creature that she has ever encountered into existence. And you send out a ping to get her and bring her here, immediately turning to look for the next one. Now, Mel, or maybe not, you've been trying to get Mel to step away from the school for a long time now, just to see if you could run it. See if you could honestly fool everybody into thinking you are the individual who runs it. And you managed to do so. And as you get Mel to walk away, you are hit with a ping in your head, asking you to come join this new world to help it. Sounds fun. Sounds like a challenge, too. And immediately, you are teleported over to Tethesis. Now, Reagan, who's the next person you would have been curious about?
That would probably have been Sir Uric. Looking for someone who might have a divine connection, but also someone who can lay waste to a battlefield.
Well, you have heard mostly praise from your fellow goddess, the Everlight, about her newest champion, more chosen out of circumstance than option. But he's mostly a good guy. He does her bidding. He listens. He has very unique ideas that are contrarian to what she would want to do, but you personally would probably not have that big of an issue with it. So you send out a ping to Sir Yurik. What is your ping?
That, the gods need your assistance in a matter that goes beyond influencing just your world.
Sir Yurik, you receive this message in your head while you're grooming your horse, hanging out with him for, your daily luncheon.
Yeah. I look at Bastion and say, what was that?
What?
Didn't you say something?
5 minutes ago.
Oh, right.
Make sure you go with the grain of with the direction the
must have
hair
been
is going. Yes.
Right. Yes, it must have been ascending then. Right. Excuse me, who is this?
Reagan, you can easily just talk. This is divine magic. It goes outside of normal spells.
My name is Reagan, and I am a protector of a world called Zodiac. I'm working with deities more powerful than myself and have been asked to choose champions who will help them accomplish a task that will set right a law of the universe.
Wait, did you just say deities more powerful than yourself? Are you a deity?
I am.
Very pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lady Reagan, was it?
Yes.
Yes. I'd be happy to be of assistance if I can. Provided, of course, it's within the, if it's okay for my my mistress, as it were.
In that moment, Sir Yurik, you see the glow of the symbol of Saren Ray before you are blasted with a burning radiance across your body, and you are being teleported all the way out there. And next, before you actually arrive, because it actually does take you time to traverse this far, it's planar travel. It's not instantaneous at this rate.
For 30 minutes.
Reagan, the third person you are interested in,
I will
Mary.
Try to find Mary.
No matter where you look, how you look, you can't figure out who the fuck she is, though you've heard nothing but praise from other deities. And her skill sets would be so useful. Someone else kind of like you. But after a few hours of looking, you're a little hard-pressed on time. You're not sure if you will actually find Reagan. Or, sorry, not Reagan. Mary. Time for your fallback. Reagan, what do you say to your fallback, who's very easy to find? They don't hide.
You have been chosen to assist the gods in righting a wrong in the laws of the universe. The law of tethering must be appeased. Will you
Silverin.
assist us?
Silverin, you get this message in your head as you are tumbling down hundreds of feet inside of an avalanche that somehow got a fucking tornado stuck on top of it.
Just get... Ah!
Reagan, you think there's static or something? You can't see him. It's just, like, white everywhere.
I imagine, too, that it's like, somehow the tornado flings him somewhere and he lands, and it's calm. It's like, all right, I don't know who you are, but the answer is no. And he's about to say no, but then all of a sudden, just even more natural disaster things start coming directly towards him. He's like, take me, now.
Zoop. Gets lifted up. All right, Reagan, you found your 3. You hope this group is going to be suitable, and you meet back up over at the Legacy Inn, one of the first locations that Aceso created here inside of Tethesis. And when you walk in, you see a strange-looking man walking by behind you. Now, Aceso has her own divine children that help out with her construction of things. This individual doesn't look like that at all. In fact, he doesn't look like anybody you've ever seen. Lake Hall, can you describe what you do look like, though?
Yeah. 5'10", weathered looking. He's about in his late 20s. Grayish to white hair that's kind of slicked back on one side and kind of has like some falling over on the right. He's wearing armor that is a very dark purple that has almost like reflection, like space almost looking, that just goes over one left shoulder, goes into some greaves, and he has a very large sword on his back. And a decent amount of scars on him.
And Lake Hall, you've only been here for a day. You went into that mountain. You came out, and then you went back in, and you came out. And you're just like, periodically coming back to grab a drink and then heading back in.
There's never been people here before, right? Like, I'm asking you, Joey. There's never been people here before, right?
You've seen the one glowy lady, the one glowy guy, elf dude,
Mm-hmm.
And a whole bunch of, like, faceless workers, but, yeah, nobody else.
He's just not noticing currently right now. Extremely tired, extremely sweaty. There is, like, gore and stuff on the sword that he used, and he just goes over to there to go get a drink real quick. Just ignoring the 3 that are there and just talking to himself. They just keep coming back every single night I go to sleep. I don't know what I shouldn't have gone through.
Of it.
Hello? And kind of turns around. Did you guys walk through some sort of thing too? Oh god,
No.
there's 3, 2, 3. This could be.
Although you're not really supposed to be here, but your work in the mountain is impressive.
I did not build the mountain.
The extermination of the creatures inside of it.
Oh! Yeah, I just wanted to see what was up top.
Well, I may be able to make an offer for you then. That's
Mhm.
reaching the top is something that I'm trying to do as well. Although we have to clear every level on the inside to do so simultaneously, so that they don't come back, as you notice that they do.
Yeah, it seems to be when I leave, it's kind of late, I'm getting kind of tired, so I decide to head back, and they just kind of come back every day. Maybe I can keep pressing on, I don't know. Kind of looks at the three. Do they look like they could do anything? Just kind of drinks back and looks.
Well, the two definitely don't look like they've ever been in a fight in their lives. I mean, the one glowy woman with the giant jug of water that's just like pouring over the entire time, her hands are perfectly looking manicured. You can't imagine she's ever done anything before. And then it's like the nerdy elf guy who's also kind of glowy, which is weird. I guess they glow. I don't know. His hands also look like he's never worked before. Actually, his left hand is missing, and he has a ghostly hand sitting there.
Why is that one so damp? And he points at Silverin, who's probably covered in melting snow right now.
Oh, no, they're not here yet. They're not here yet. Yeah, no.
Oh, I thought they were, my bad.
The two people I'm describing are Aceso and Lucian.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need more people than those two. They just stay here. They don't really do anything. And
there are others on the way.
Lucian looks over at you. Hey, there's a prize at the top of the tower. You want to go fetch it?
Nah, I'm good. I'll do it myself, but I don't really want a prize from you. No offense, I don't know what it'd be.
Whatever.
I can find you a hand, though.
He just smiles. Anyways, you continue going about what you're doing. And Reagan, you start preparing to have your adventuring party arrive. During this time, you look over the sky as the first cloud forms above your head, eclipsing everything. And when you look up at that cloud, you see a gigantic snake moving through it. From end to end, this snake looks to be 80, 90 feet. And then it flies down to the ground and slowly forms into a bipedal person. Sensei, please introduce what your character looks like.
You got it. So stepping down, you see a dark-skinned man who seems to have two sort of scimitars or I believe 3 scimitars by his side, 2 off the side and then 1 on the back. You also see as he is dressed very, very extravagantly, and he has sort of a confident sort of swagger to him with his step. You see as he's adorned in multiple sort of jewels, but he also or more notably, he also has this giant sort of blue and white snake sort of coiling amongst his sort of arm, with also several other tinier snakes in that of his sort of cloth beneath that of his head and neck area. You also see as his eyes are purple with a little bit of sort of serpent scales as well. But that is what my character looks like at the moment.
So, you begin walking, strutting forward, and then you see this woman with a slightly divine glow about her.
This is probably the right spot. That being said, hello.
Hello, how did you find this place?
Oh, yeah, you just sort of take a couple of turns, get lost a little bit on the line, but I'll be honest.
You must be very lost.
Very lost. No, I'm just messing with you. That being said, I am from a faraway land. Far, far away. Essentially, I have traveled here from my sort of world and such. Correct. I saw something, an issue that's even sort of is eclipsing, well, my world. And that's not good. I came through here, riding atop of that of the World Serpent. Dindar, maybe you've heard of him, maybe not, probably not, I'd assume. But whatever that thing is, I was just enjoying a nap, simply in the astral plane, and then I see something coming. Something definitely that shouldn't be there. Something dangerous. That being said, you look pretty powerful yourself. Did you notice this thing?
That's why this world is here, to capture it.
I see. Entire world. He'll just sort of start looking around at like pretty much all of these sort of floating structures and about. Nice place. That being said, how exactly are we going to capture whatever that is and place it here? How does that work?
The arcane side of it is not my specialty, but my understanding is that my companion, Lucian, he is creating a trap for it here, but there must be a condition met for it to stay. And that is this mountain here behind us. There are beings tethered inside of it. And their tethers must be, well, they must be dead in order for this tethering to take place. And, well, I have several people on the way here to assist, but if you'd be interested, we could certainly use the help, especially if it's reaching out to your world and affecting it as well.
It is the oath that I have sworn to make sure that everything sort of remains in its course of likely places and whatnot. Make sure extraplanar threats are sort of accounted for. I'd be more than willing to help you. That being said, you have my swords.
They'll be very welcome.
The door is gonna come swinging open as like Call's bringing out a bunch of like just a giant thing of beer and like a couple things, like a stool as well. Just, well, this one looks like he can fight. At least you know how to pick them. And just kind of slams like a jug in the guy's hand. Come on. Gus.
Do you place the jug into my hands?
Yeah. He kind of puts like one of the cups like into your chest, like just take it kind of thing.
And
another friend. Ooh. Good.
Introductions, I guess. My name is Reagan. I am the goddess of darkness and just rule in Zodiac.
No.
Did you say goddess? As
Yes.
in like that's like a euphemism, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be clear, are we all present there right now?
The
Can
three
they
of
just
you
start
are on
falling
your
in?
way.
They-
You know what?
they just,
Yeah.
like, start
Screw it.
falling in, just-
Let's have that. Mel lands perfectly on the ground, and then immediately afterwards, Sir Uric is like sunburnt a little bit, arriving, and Sylvan is just soaking wet head to toe.
Is he
appearing.
still holding a horse brush in his hand as if he was just...
Yes, you have the horse brush.
Coming
Hey,
down
that's
the
an expensive
ground.
brush. It's made out of gold bristles. That's, you know.
Of course.
Only the finest of bristles for my friend.
Just slam against the ground and just. Right. I get up off the ground and just brush the dirt off my full plate.
And at this point, let's get everybody's descriptions in here. Sir Uric?
Right. Well, Sir Uric is at this point he's beginning of his 30s. He's a fairly fit guy, except he's put on some weight recently, and he's got a bit of a pot belly, and they've made some adjustments to his full plate to accommodate the extra space. He's got blonde hair, and he has a kind of a demeanor that sort of, it feels like he's looking down on everyone to some extent, and that's just the way his expression naturally defaults to. He's wearing an adamantine full plate armor and a shield emblazoned with the symbol of Saren Ray, and he's also got a sword.
So yes, that individual stands up and stretches, and then Mel, how about you?
Well, you see a fancy-looking tabaxi, basically dressed as if one goes to a party less of an adventurer look. Very very expensive look, at least silk and stuff. With delicate hands and a look that basically screams, "I don't really care why the hell am I here." In a sense, it doesn't look like someone pulled in a warrior and adventurer. It's more like someone accidentally pulled a civilian. That is, if one is proficient enough in magic, there will be a very different feeling to it, as the magical waves are a bit unrestrained and just spread all over, just trying to like cover the whole area in a sense of danger. But yeah, all in all, she just looks as if like someone that doesn't give a shit about what's doing here, with a very delicate air around it.
Now, third person, Silren, please describe what you look like.
Silren, who is currently still soaking wet, he lays there for a bit before finally getting up, and you see that as he's getting up, he has to fix his hair, which had the hair tie was undone, and he puts it back into its usual ponytail sort of situation. He seems to be humanoid for the most part, but his skin is of a more yellowish tint, and along his neck, the sides of his neck, and going up to his cheeks are a few patches of scales that kind of glisten when the light hits it just right. He seems to be wearing a breastplate made out of some sort of scaled creature that shimmers in a very rainbow, luminous light as he kind of looks at the group around him.
And last but not least, Reagan, as the most divine glowing individual to everybody here, as Lucian usually keeps his divine glow a little more subtle. Please describe what you look like.
Reagan is a little bit taller for a woman. She's about 5'10", very lithe frame, and her hair is black and cut short into a bob, with straight bangs across, and in her hair are feathers that are pinned back, as well as pearls, which seem a little odd to be paired with feathers, but that's what's there. She's currently wearing a black and gold kimono that's 4 length, and on her back is a long sword, as well as a long bow, and she has a very regal bearing, very correct posture and etiquette, and you get the idea that she, this whole goddess thing isn't the first time that she's been considered nobility or been under a kind of a disciplined command structure.
So, first thing that each of you recognizes, Rashid, you recognize Silrin's scaly complexion. Though, definitely different from where you come from, you still recognize his heritage. Reagan, you don't know who the Tabaxi is. I mean, Mel was like a little fuzzy, but like not, maybe not that. Roll me an insight.
First roll of the
Starting
day.
off right.
You're not positive if you sent the right message to the right person. And Sir Yurik, Reagan's the goddess. That's easy. You can easily point that out. You recognize divinity since you stare into it at least once a week with your reports. Yeah, everybody else looks weird as shit. But hey, you recognize that guy, Silrin. You've seen him a couple of times.
Silrin, that's the one.
Oh fuck, it's you.
How's it going? What are you doing here? Did you hug a tree too hard and end up here somehow?
I don't know. How's the horse? Did he kick you so hard it sent you here? You brushed against the ground.
No,
didn't you?
actually we're I was just in the middle of brushing him. He's becoming a bit of a handful actually, but it's thanks, I suppose.
You two know each other.
Yes. Yes, we. I suppose we do, don't we? Well, I wouldn't call us friends, but not.
We have mutual acquaintances.
Right.
Well, that being said, I don't really think I know any of you. My manners. My name is Rashid, and he will do a little bit of a bow and extend a hand to anybody who would shake it or anything like that. And your names?
Oh, right. Manners. Yes, my name is Lord Commander Sir Yurik Falcone, High Priest of the Everlight, Champion of Tal'Dorei, and Lord of Iman.
Huh. Well, I think I need to work on my resume a little bit more. And you? Point to the next person.
Which is probably Silrin.
Probably.
He kind of like glares at Sir Yurik. I'm Silrin.
Right. Yes, that's what I said.
Pleasure. And you? And he'll probably point towards, the person who passed him a drink from earlier.
No titles or anything. Been traveling a bit. Work with some people I met a while back, so I don't really have any titles or anything. I just kind of travel.
Me and you alike, but that is good to hear. I see that you have it seemed to be a trained warrior. The blade. You have a actual sword and stuff on your side or something like that.
He has
right?
a great sword,
Okay.
like slung on the back, but it's probably out and stabbed into the ground because it is taller than him. It's like the dragon sword from Berserk, basically, but has grooves cut into it.
A fine blade, fine person. And you, I'll point to that of the Tabaxi.
Oh, for all intents and purposes, I am Mel. high wizard, stealer of our master rooms, holding the absolute record in fooling most other archmages for 3 years straight.
I see. A pleasure. And I believe that's everybody. And then last but not least, we'll look over towards that of Reagan. And you.
I am Reagan. I am of Zodiac, it seems smaller world than many of you are used to, but I'm the goddess there of darkness and of just rule. And I am a champion of my people, protecting them from a god who would have, in short, deposed those who balanced him and enslaved my people. And I'm the one who asked a few of you to be here, and it seems the one also welcoming the others here as well.
What's up? I wasn't invited.
And I kind of invited myself, but
You were, but you declined. But it seems now that you'd be interested?
It's not like I can leave. I don't know. I'm trying to get back to my companion, Vorthal, but I don't see a way. They kind of... They'll wait for me in the Astral Sea. It's fine.
Mel, history check, please. First roll, well, second roll, but yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir Yurick goes up at a respectful distance to Reagan and drops to one knee. And pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I shall serve you as best I can.
Are you her white knight? Kind of whispers to her.
Did you whisper it to Sir Yurick or what?
Yeah, to Sir Yurick.
What? No, I'm the Everlight's white knight. Well, not knight.
Why are
She's
you
spoken highly of you.
Why are you taking a knee to her?
It's just tradition. You should always. Well, I'm not proposing or anything. It's a sign of respect to your superiors.
Oh, so you work for her?
Well, in this regard, which I don't know quite what is yet, I suppose I am.
He's taken up the offer.
Oh, so do I have to get on a knee if I take the offer?
A handshake will work. But I do appreciate the gesture, Sir Yurick. It's very kind of you.
Much obliged. I wouldn't presume on a handshake.
Go ahead, Sensei.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, basically all Rashid was gonna say was after looking as Sawyer begins to take a knee, Rashid is just gonna say, "Huh. I wish I got that kind of treatment back in Aurora. They really treat the gods differently here. Most of the time they just sort of summon them for the dumbest of reasons, and just yell at them. Very, very strange.
Are you saying you're a god as well?
Well, yes, I am the god of travel and all that stuff.
Oh, I go up and fall to one knee in front of him.
And he says it just really, really casual, like, yeah, whatever.
And at the same time, he gets a kind of a nod with a hand across her chest of respect from Reagan.
I like this place, but you don't have to do that. You can rise, please.
Well, okay, yes.
Everybody keeps saying very strange places. So you're all from different Countries.
From what I can tell, planes of existence. So you're also forgetting this one here. And he goes to Mel and just kind of like does that whole like presentation arms thing. The goddess of cats. Pay your respects too, why don't you?
Just looking with a chin up, and be like, huh? What you gonna do now?
Mel, feel free to correct him as well.
I'm gonna roll an insight against.
They don't
Silver.
know you, so go ahead.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Silver's trying to fuck with you. There's no chance. It's just
I look at Silver and I say, well, I've always been more of a dog person.
Ooh.
No offense. Mel.
I'll be sure to tell your horse that next time I see him.
Don't worry, offense taken in many
Well,
planes.
This was in reference to like cats or dogs. I mean, horses are of course the highest on the tier. That's without a doubt. Who could even dispute that?
We have an entire holiday dedicated to a dog.
Oh, well.
That is interesting.
Do you have one to a horse as well?
No,
Well,
but the one for the dog, we celebrate by exchanging gifts.
right. I should. I'd be happy to see that sometime. I should bring Bastion as well, though, so you could instate his holiday. He deserves one. He's a good lad. Stud, I mean.
So, you all see the cloaked, robed, faintly divine glowing individual over at the door who has like a ghostly hand holding up ale that tilts towards his head while the other hand seems to be like checking a tiny little book.
Oh god, it's you
Reagan
again.
looks over at you, Silverin. Oh, you've never met... Wait, have you?
Yeah, no, the trial.
That's right. Yeah. Wait, no, Lucian wasn't there. No, I used his token. It wasn't him. It was a different individual.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. It's good. Lucian looks over and goes, who's the tabaxi? Reagan, who's the tabaxi?
Mel,
Looks over at you, Mel.
So once again,
Like
goddess
doing
of
that
cats.
shrug.
Are my notes wrong?
Huh?
Yeah, my notes. I guess my notes are wrong. The hand like places down. Actually, no. He'll just summon a second mage hand. Fuck it. And it comes over and starts writing in his book and goes, "Not half elf to backs." Okay, cool. Are there any other changes in this book I should know about you?
Enchantment, the dimension and travel kind of mess things up.
Enchantment?
I couldn't call it most of the usual conjuration methods for some reason.
Okay, so you're now the Archmage of Enchantment?
Temporarily.
Huh, okay. And that's it?
Basically.
Cool. Closes the book
Until-
in like place.
Until the next research comes up.
That's weird. Anyways, hey, everyone. I'm the guy building the giant nut. How's it going?
Oh, the fisherman.
Oh,
Right.
there's your other hand. Points to the mage hand.
The second mage hand brings over the drink, and the first one just kind of like scratches his chin. Yeah.
That's neat.
Handy.
Long story.
Yes.
Well,
Would you be inclined to come brush my horse one day? I mean, you would probably do it twice as fast as I can.
he flickers his fingers and casts Prestidigitation, which immediately silkens your hair and flows it all the way backwards wonderfully.
Oh, I've never felt so fabulous.
I counter prestidigitation and blow it back forwards.
Silverin, the moment he says that, your armor... What?
I imagine too his armor is like his vine like I can do better, and then does the same thing with Silverin against his will.
And Silverin now looks, other than his actual face and body, exactly like Sir Yurik, hair flowing back and everything.
God damn it.
We're both like Fabio.
Huh.
Two
All right,
stooges.
well, y'all can come on inside. Jonas just showed up.
Perfect. Everyone, prepare yourself. You're meeting a say-so. She is one of the most powerful goddesses and created this plane.
Right. Well, should I just remain on my knees while we're here? Maybe.
Yeah, we'll just drag you around.
Oh my.
Anywho.
Well, maybe I could like sit on a tray or something.
Well, if you want, you can sit on my flying carpet. We'll just sort of lay it out. Go, take it for a spin.
It'll float
Sure,
up to
why
you,
not?
and one of the tassels reaches out to shake your hand.
I shake it. Pleasure to meet you.
It gives you a
Comfort.
curtsy.
Right.
Wait, Jer, I just have to ask, after seeing that, does Basky, Silverin's armor, also be like, I can do that too, and the cape or whatever comes?
Basky can't do that, unfortunately. But yes. Also, Rashid, roll me a religion check.
Religion check, you got it. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Religion. Where is it? There we go. It's rolling. There we go. 15.
Okay. So, go ahead, everybody. Move on inside of the tavern. Also, Sensei and Ilvorn, if the two of you can change your display names to match what everybody else does, it's just your character's first name, their spell save DC, their armor class, and their passive perception.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the door
Gotcha,
blocked?
gotcha.
The door's blocked.
Oh,
Yeah, door's locked.
Door's open.
Woo!
Dragon was it, as we're walking in, Silverin's trying to not say something to these other gods that he's approaching, especially Janice, and just kind of ask Reagan a question.
Yes.
So, if we're here discussing things, I know someone back on Exandria that would have a much better skill set. She is very good at this sort of thing, and is also better at talking, because I have a feeling I might insult one of these gods.
If you're speaking of Mary, there was an attempt to recruit her that did not end up in her accepting.
You couldn't find her, could you?
No,
God damn it.
which is an impressive feat.
Yeah. By the way, when he says God damn it, he does say it loud enough for those gods to hear.
Good thing there's none of those types of gods that take it in vain. Sir Yurik, though. But yeah. You all walk in, and you see the table that Lucian kind of sits down at. You all see the beautiful, soft, fair-skinned individual whose hair is like a flowing red fade to purple, almost like the surrounding astral itself. And she has a massive jug just like seated right beside her that water is continually overflowing on top of. And sitting across from the two of them is a very interesting individual, to say the least. He appears to be completely blue-skinned with eyes that are white that almost click every second in rotation without any other sign about it. And although he is over top of the chair, his legs are crossed in front of him, hovering on top of it, as there is a staff that has a semi-crescent beside him, rotating in unison with his eyes, as the three of them are seated there. Silverin, you immediately recognize Janus. And the two males look over to you all. Lucian first. Alright, so, y'all probably have no idea who we are. So, Yurik, I'll bring you inside.
Right, yeah, sorry.
My name's Lucian. I'm the god of public knowledge and arcanum in Zodiac. Yup. Hello, my name is Janus. Pleasure to meet you. Well, once again. It's fun. Ooh, then he looks over at you, Rashid. For the first time. Hello.
Hello, my name is Rashid. I am the god of travel of the Auroraverse.
No, you're
Pleasure,
not.
pleasure. I'm not?
No.
I believe I am. Prove it to me.
You-
Prove to me that I am not the god of travel, huh?
He reaches his staff over and picks up the head of the snake around your arm. Hello, friend.
He likes head scritches.
Oh. And then he starts scratching with the top of his staff that is incredibly fucking sharp. But yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. First time meeting you. This is great. And then he just gets awkwardly quiet.
Oh man.
He does
Whisper.
that.
So
somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I was just commenting on Janice. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. That being said, the Auroraverse, you ever heard of it? No, yes, no, maybe? Maybe
He
in a
smiled.
flyer?
I had some dealing once. Upon a time.
I see.
Yes.
Be sure to come and make a little bit of a... my bad.
You all want me there again? It could be fun. Anyways, he looks over. Oh, that's right. I always forget this part when we talk about it. This is a say-so. And she kind of just waves at you all. Don't mind her. If she were to speak, you would... Well, some of you would die. So, she can't.
I fall to my knees again.
Looks over at you. Huh. That's almost instinctual, isn't it?
He works very closely with the Everlight.
She is such a sweet lady.
She is.
So kind.
Yes.
She just loves the look of her followers on their knees, though. That's for sure.
I never
There's
asked her
nothing-
about that. And Lucian spits up in his cup as you say that.
There's nothing wrong with showing respect once in a while, Silverin.
Well, I have come here as apparently they wish to have time be an aspect out here. At least in this surrounding area. So, that's my job. Should be pretty easy to set up. We just need a few things to happen first. You have that covered, right, Lucian? Lucian looks over. Sure thing, boss. Got it covered, no problem. Well, they still have to do their part. Yes, of course, of course, of course. We do require mortals to help us. One of the fun things about being mortals, you all can choose what you do. Isn't that so fun?
It is, actually.
Yes, I agree. Well, anywho, I suppose we should be, going over why we brought you all here. So, looks over at you, Sylvan. I warned you all, didn't I? I told you.
Yes, yes. How many times has it been now?
And he just starts, like, slowly counting, and Lucian face palms. Don't ask him questions like that, please. He shorts out for like 10 fucking minutes.
That was the point.
Now I have to talk. All right. Well, yeah. So, how many of you know about the laws of the universe?
I do.
So,
I
he
think I should.
looks. Mel, actually, roll me a history check. Let's see if you do, Mel.
Sylvan just like deadpan face as he asks this, just kind of asks, "No, tell us what happens if such a thing were to be broken."
28, Mel.
Hey,
You know a little something. Lucian looks over and goes, "Oh yeah, you guys were the fuck-ups. That's right." Funny. It's amazing. We did our job, right?
Oof.
And at this point, Jonas goes, 6,723.
Did you
Perfect.
try Big B's hand?
Lucian nods. It works really great, especially when you clap. But anyways, Jonas,
Clap
you're
with
back.
normal hand.
Jonas, you're back? Oh, yes. Hello. Sorry. I was just checking. Anyways, yes, all of you did, in fact, have some type of knowledge at some point in time about all of this, but, allow me to tell you. Gods, he gestures to Reagan and Lucian specifically, they're not actually all powerful. Not sure if you knew this or not. They
Yeah.
abide by specific things called the laws of the universe. And then he gestures to himself. I am the law of time.
Mm.
I see.
Yes.
Never would have guessed.
Someone really wanted to meet you, if I remember right.
Yes. And he looks over at you, Sylvan. Huh. I thought you were more insightful than that. Anyways.
So,
So- Try sarcasm with this guy. I dare you. Anyways. Jonas looks at the rest of you. These laws are kind of the fundamental force that keeps all of existences moving. Whether if that is our universe of New Embrace or his universe of, what did you all call it again? Aurora? Aurora.
Yes, the Auroraverse.
Yes, that one.
Oh, also, I wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure that we were clear. When you were referring to the gods, you sort of forgot one in your list. Rashid. Just want to make sure to clear that whole thing up. Sorry about that.
Yes. You are a god now, aren't you?
Kinda.
I should check
Are you
in.
a god or are you not? Can you please answer that clearly? Because I really need to know.
Well, you're still
What?
on your knees.
Oh, so are you on the flying carpet right now, on your knees still?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I am technically a god. I am a simple vessel for the world serpent, a god of travel in my sort of realm, if you will. Myself, Rashido, this little simple body of mine, it's just some random person or individual, devout follower, you know, that whole thing.
Right. So you have like a retainer, is that what you're saying?
Or of a container?
A container.
What to know? A container? I mean, I got the container that like Al gave me for my drink earlier, but
Just
Are you
lifts
saying that this, he gestures to all of Rashid, is just a vessel for Rashid? Air quotes. When he says your name.
Well, Rashid is not technically Rashid is a vessel of Rashid, but no, Dindar is using Rashid, or this body right here, as a vessel to essentially interact with mortals or other things, or also interact with the goddesses or gods and goddesses of this realm.
Ah, right. So you are sort of an avatar.
No, right now you are talking to a god. But the one he's gonna Joe, can I do you let me know if I can do this or not. Can I have pet the little snake for a brief moment and just go completely face first into that of the table and siphon all of my essence into the snake for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And can I get a little bit wild with this? Can I talk from the snake for a second? Just for a brief moment.
Yeah, talk as the snake. Yeah.
Alright. See, now I am in a little bit of my normal form. This is just a simple body. And I'll just go back into Rashid. See, now does that explain a little bit, everything a little bit more? Maybe? Confuse a little bit more? I don't know. Try.
Why were you like that with the S's? I've transformed into a snake before. You can talk normally.
But it's more fun. Come on. Just try it a little bit. Here, just try like a little bit. Come on. You can do it.
When you have eternity in front of you, sometimes you need to learn to entertain yourself.
Which comes to the more important question. Assuming you're a vessel, can you be used as a magical item instead? Purely academic question.
Hypothetically, I don't know.
I must say, I'm starting to think you are having these S's because you're a snake oil salesman or something.
You're pretty close. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit of alchemist, if you will. See, now I'm just doing it just because it's funny.
Right.
Lucian is actively rubbing his temples.
No, okay.
Keep going. No, it's great. Yeah.
So there's one thing that we like to say in the Erotiverse. No matter who is at the top, there'll always be stupid. I sort of fit the bill in that sort of case.
Right in here notebook.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, notebook. Slightly stupid.
I understand there's Aries. I understand.
It's a common truth. But anyways, I'm sorry. Continue.
So gods are just really strong humans? Or people, not humans, just people. Just
How
really
dare
strong
you?
People.
Take back those words, I say.
Giannis looks over at you. Precisely.
Cool. I mean, I've seen the carcasses of giant things. They were supposedly gods.
I mean, you're not wrong. The last time the Queen of Ravens kind of got angry, it kind of feels like that.
Yes. You see, gods are all... they are more powerful than mortal beings, for sure. And they've been given the gift of being outside of time, so that they do not particularly age. However, they are also restricted as they do not have as much free will as mortals do. We have to aspire towards, they have to aspire towards their particular laws. Like Lucian here. Say hello, Lucian. Hi, everybody. Last time he said hello, Lucian. It was more fun. Anyways, he has to aspire to open information and knowledge to everybody. That is his law. Knowledge.
Right. So he has the public domain.
Exactly. Whereas if you are a law, you don't have to do any of this. Watch. He twists his hands and you watch as Lucian rewinds in action. Hello, everybody. And then he does it again. Hello, Lucian. Then he does it again. Stop it.
Look, my gold coin to do it one more time.
I don't need this. But anyways, I suppose we should probably get on to the important things, right, Azeso? He turns and looks at her, and she will begin speaking, but know that Janus is translating for all of the non-divine individuals here. And everybody else hears Azeso speaking. Well, welcome. This is a new world that I am creating. None of you should know who I am, more or less. I am what you all perceive as the goddess of all creation. New Embrace is my creation for all of you. Each of the worlds were curated and touched by me, brought into existence. This one here will be called Tethesis. We are crafting it to serve a unique purpose. As the law of tethering was broken, its attention was pulled to this location. And we do not wish for it to re-establish everybody's tethers. There is a small chance that when it does so, wherever you currently are will become your home permanently. But there is also a small chance that you will become like us, attached to only a fixated location and never able to leave it. Meaning your home, your city that you reside in, is all you will ever know. And we do not wish to subject mortality to that type of encapsulation. Now, it is important to point out that we are not pointing fingers for who is to blame for the laws being broken. If anything, I blame my pantheon for assisting them. He looks over at you, Silrin. Alu Regine should never have helped you as she did. It is not your fault. You are all but mortals. You had no way of knowing the true scale of the consequences of your actions.
True. We didn't know. But then again, the goddess of knowledge in Exandria has been... I don't know where she's gone to. So I wonder where you all were when that went on. And that happened.
Azeso has a smile on her face. I am subjected to only one thing. Creation. I can only create. I cannot destroy. I cannot intervene. I can't do anything else. I can create anything as powerful as myself. Nothing else. And when the knowing mistress was falling in that battle, I offered to recreate her, but she wanted to maintain who she was, and to see if mortality wished for her to remain as she, leaving it up to all of you to see what happened.
Excuse my candor for a moment, but then maybe she knew something that none of you did.
Quite possibly, yes.
God damn it, Lywin.
Right.
Lucian looks over. Oh, go ahead, Sir Yurik.
Well, isn't that something that maybe the knowing mistress would know about?
Yes. That is her responsibility in this realm. In
Why
your
not?
realm.
Right. Well, why not ask her then?
She slumbers, still resting from that great catastrophe.
Right, right.
her power wanes. Without that many followers, she does not regain her power. It is an aspect of how I created our pantheon, to ensure only what mortals wish to have is what will remain as power. If you do not wish to worship them, they will not exist. They will not have any power. It is one of our rules to ensure mortality is still in control of themselves.
Right. Well, I know of at least one woman who worships her.
There are 200.
200, you say? Oh.
She has 200 followers.
Well, that's not very much.
No. Your Everlight, who's only re-established her domain in the past 120 years, she has 60,000.
Right. Well, that's not quite as much as I'd hoped, but well, that can be remedied, I suppose.
Yes, it is growing all the time. Compared to the faith of the Queen of Ravens, which is also around 60,000. Though she has existed far longer as a predominant faith.
Right.
But anyways, yes.
No, I was just going to say that's handy to know. I'm a bit curious as to exactly what we were going to do, though.
We are going to capture the tether here. The lull is moving closer and should be here in about 10 days. When it arrives, it will establish its power with everything it collides with. Lucian here is working to create a large-scale network that will draw its attention here as it gets closer. Yeah, it's kind of just like a net, magic net that it would recognize of its own creation. No.
Right.
For what
really
purpose? You said you created this world. You're drawing Law of Tether here to tether it. For what purpose, though?
The Law of Tether must be appeased. In this realm, we are creating a mountain with 9 levels. Each of the levels will have some of the most disgusting, vile, evil creations that I've ever made. On accident. The ones that have broken the right to mortality and who deserve punishment inside of it. We've already constructed all 9 layers and filled them, and currently some of them are trying to find which will be the dominant entity on the layer. We brought you all here because in order to establish their tether in this location, they must first have to die in this location. We are hoping that each of you can go in there and kill them. Every single individual was chosen with the help of the rest of the Pantheon. Every single one of us. We know the individuals that wish to do unspeakable horrors or who have, and all of them are stuck in there. This, of course, once you kill them, will tether them to this location, but all of them have to be dead at once for me to establish that lull in order to create the tethers permanent. Now, what I am planning to do with this location and why this should appease the law of tethering is to give a new version of afterlife. Some of you, when you perish, will go on to the home of your divinity. She gestures at you, Sir Uric. Where you'll be able to rest where you please for all of eternity. Others who have done fiendish, ghoulish acts will be placed in the hells to suffer their torment for as long as it needs to transpire. Or into the abyss if their time will never be limited. But there's a different group of individuals. The ones that in their life do not find a location to remain forever. When they perish, with our current system, they go to what they believed in, which was nothing. With this realm, those individuals will come here, being reborn in Tethesis, remembering who they were if they so choose, and given the opportunity to trial through the mountain. And if any of them are to reach the top floor, they will be granted a wish. The wish can go to help someone that they left behind, or to be reincarnated into a realm, to have a new opportunity, chance. We will bring all of them in after you are complete going through the mountain.
I see.
Giannis looks at you all. Are there any questions?
So, to clarify, they need to be dead all at once, as in at the same exact time.
Yes. Luckily, the way that they are currently inhabited, we made sure that where they are currently tethered to, they have a direct portal so that they will come back once every 7 days or so. Or, if the entire area is cleared out, time will move forward to reactivate all of them there. So, if you can kill all 9 floors within a 7-day situation, they'll all be dead at the same time, and we can reestablish every single tether immediately.
Right. Oh, this sounds like a whole bunch of work.
It is, yes.
So, right.
Secondary question, yes, they're tethered here, and this law of tethering is on its way. What if one of us were to perish?
Well, if any of you are to die, right now, as in permanently die, you will become tethered to Tethesis. Even if you are reincarnated, this would be your new home. So that's why we were looking for some of the most powerful, bright, capable, and good-willed people we could find. That was her responsibility, of course, so if any of you don't meet that description, blame her. They all gesture. He gestures at Reagan.
I just kind of walked in here. Wasn't really picked to...
Yeah, you just kind of showed up. Honestly, I don't even know if you're in this conversation or not.
Congratulations, you're
intimidated?
part of...
Not really. When they were talking about creatures being put here because they didn't believe in anything, it just kind of made me question things.
Well, I don't mean to assume that I would know better than anyone of you, but why not set up some sort of, soul recycling system? I mean, I've heard of such things as reincarnation. Couldn't that be something?
Lucian speaks up. That form of necromancy is very damaging to souls. It devalues what it means to be immortal if you all automatically siphon into it, were destroyed and used for magical purposes. As a rule of thumb, all of us that don't wish to be assholes to mortals, we don't like to do that stuff. You know?
Right.
It's still, even if they're not good people, sacrificing and siphoning their souls, it's an incredibly painful thing, and for them it feels like an eternity, even if it's just a moment.
Just a quick follow-up question to us dying and being tethered here. You said permanently, but if we were to quickly handle that situation and revive them in less than that time, are they still tethered or are they still free from it?
If you can do it within the first minute, they'll be fine. They can still... The new tether takes a minute to establish, but if you stay dead longer than that, you're going to be, well, reborn here over and over and over until you can complete the trials. And the downside to all of that is we have 10 days, everybody, before the law gets here. It takes 7 days by our estimate to complete all the way at the top of the tower. That might be faster for your group. Certainly hope so, since you have 2 more people, if you plan on helping with this, than we anticipated last time. But just know, if any of you die for longer than a minute at one of those higher levels, you're not going to be able to re-enter the mountain until they are all complete, which means you're going to be stuck here at least until you can complete it, presumably by yourself or when you get others here.
Right.
So that's what.
So what do we get out of this?
You get to know that if you succeed, all of the known universe of New Embrace is not forced to be locked in one location for all of time.
Follow up to that.
That's good enough for me.
That doesn't really do anything for me.
Here, this one might, because I'm assume they were going to build up to this too. What happens if we fail?
That's it. It comes here. All of us that are here will be stuck to this world, if we're lucky enough to travel around it, for all of time. Even if we die, we will be reborn here. And if that starts happening, then the Abyss no longer has individuals getting put into it, which would lead to the release of something that would consume all of existence.
Does that answer your question? Call is your name?
I was thinking something more like physical that I would receive, but okay.
Money. He wants money.
Not money or,
If you want money, I can give you money.
items or goods or...
Aseso tilts her jug, and platinum just begins falling all over the floor.
Can I have one of those?
Can I have a couple of them, to go?
She rolls her eyes, and Lucian just, has 2 of his mage hands start tossing it to everybody in here. It just doesn't matter. It's just, yeah.
Someone doesn't catch any of it. The coin just hits him in the face, and he's just like, fuck you guys.
Curious little thing. Can that produce coffee as well?
She nods her head. And
Cool.
then the barkeep comes over and pours you a cup of coffee and just hands it to you.
I thought you were about to say the barkeep comes over to the jug. The jug turns to coffee real quick as he puts the mug underneath and then gives it to him.
But yes, if you're looking for money, or are you looking for a home? I mean, you're a wanderer, clearly. You're not attached to any of the worlds, or else I'd know you.
I just need...
What is it that you truly desire?
I like a blank space. I don't
How about let's start with just continuing to exist. That's sort of the bar to go with.
Well, we would
first.
continue to exist. We would just be here, and you'd be without your horse.
It's a nice place and all, but we wouldn't be able to go travel or go explore or anything like that. And I mean, after a couple of times, that could get a little bit boring.
Could we still travel, but we'd die?
You would be in one location. As in, this world we are building, you would never leave.
So...
And the world's pretty small right now. Keep that in mind. They're starting to build it. It's like a town, and that's it.
But I don't even have my horse here. I mean, my family.
I have a daughter to look over.
Yes.
So we just bring a couple of planets here to make it a little bit more roomy and spacey, you know?
Lucian looks over at you. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the being of all creation not working fast enough for you?
No, it's a pretty good rate. I mean, it's pretty good, but I'm just saying like a little bit of, you know, not a suggestion, but like a request.
A say-so will speak up. If all of you truly desire it, I will create any of you your own pocket world. 1 mile sphere that will be yours, to place where you would like, connected where you like.
See, got to answer questions.
Well,
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Why don't we postpone this talk about rewards and stuff until we've actually... I mean, time is somewhat of the essence here, so we should get started, shouldn't we?
Much as I hate to admit it, he's right. Someone kind of pukes in his mouth a little bit after saying that.
Well
It's
then,
good to know you're on my side, Silverin.
do all of you agree to help? So Yorick seems to be in, Sylvan seems to be in, Reagan seems to be in. Everyone else?
Of course, of course.
Rashid is in. Looks over at you, Mel.
Well, of course. I got to brag about his knowledge back home after all.
Then he turns over to you, Lycall.
I'm hesitant to make a deal without seeing the contract first, but sure.
Very well. I suppose Lucian and Reagan and Lycall will escort you over towards the mountain. Lycall, of course, will be the expert on the first 2 levels. You seem to be trying so hard to get through there by yourself. Anyways, everybody, please be safe, and I hope you don't fail. It would be horrible if I have to go someplace else. And I think that's a great place for us to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, yeah.
And welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Now, before we jump back into the action, let us do all of our little promotions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further and you want to support me a little bit further, you can go ahead and become a member here on our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/ProDMJoey, all lowercase. I'm trying to get that across the board everywhere. Also, in addition to all of that, if you are interested in joining our community, we do have a link to our Patreon down in the description below. That gets you into our Discord server where you can learn about all of our vast lore that has been kept by the players. You don't get my notes, you get the players' notes, so whatever they take, that's all you get access to. But you also get to be put onto a wait list to join any of our pay-to-play games, if you so desire. We do have open slots available in many of them right now, so if you are interested in playing in any of this action and fun, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. Now, players. Wow, everybody's rocking out right now. All right, cool. Anyways, where last we left off, you all were summoned here by a goddess, Reagan, in order to handle a situation of some catastrophic event that is about to transpire across all of existence here in our universe, New Embrace. Some of you knew one another. Others had no idea who one another were. Some don't even know who themselves are. But you arrived. You were told about the situation at hand. The fact that this creature, this entity moving through the astral in order to reestablish the tethers of every single creature in existence. If it does that, would stop you all from traveling, and you all need to capture it here instead by going through a labyrinth of 9 different dungeons, killing all of the creatures that are going to be punished to stay here, and then coming out at the end. If you can accomplish this without dying for more than a minute, you all can return home, no problem. However, if you fail, the consequences to our entire universe are immeasurable. It'll be a lot of work for me as a dungeon master if you guys fail, so please don't fail. Like, seriously, please don't fail. It's so hard for me to reestablish all that shit. It'll be so hard. Anyways, that is where we left off. You all agreed to help out and travel with Janus and Lucian over towards the mountain, where Reagan and the two of them are telling you what it is you need to be aware of. Now, as you are walking, Lucian will be telling you all the story of the location. All right, so, what you all need to know. Well, suffice to say, each of the layers kind of have a theme. I don't know. Apparently, everything needs to have purpose in its creation, or else it's boring. The first layer you guys are coming across is the layer of murderers. Every person who murdered out of greed, out of spite, or out of hatred. They've been gathered up together. The most heinous ones chosen as the 120 or so that'll be on this floor. And all of them are here as their undead versions of themselves. Skeletons, mostly. Some horrific creations from the astral, these oozes that were given sentience. We took their sentience away, but now they're inside of there as well. So, all you have to do is go in, kill all the oozes, kill all of the skeletons, and then you should be able to move on to the next floor. It's a shaft. Once you're completed it, the lowering of an elevator will come down the shaft. You step on, and you get carried up. Like, oh, that's pretty much it. I mean, you've been in there a few dozen times. Like, that's, you know.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Now, like, all you would remember that there's one skeleton in particular down there who seems 100% sentient, and he's really obnoxious. Like, He really loves the fact that he's a murderer. And he likes to boast a lot and talk a lot, and it's really annoying.
He's my favorite one to destroy last.
And as a request, since we will be facing undead here, if you use anything with radiant types of damage, do your best to avoid hitting me, please.
Thank you. I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but why you specifically?
There were a few choices I made to defeat the god that we were fighting, and they have left me vulnerable to such damage.
Alright, you said something about goddess of darkness.
Yes.
Right.
Hmm.
I'll try to keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Although well, never mind.
Where there's light, there's darkness. Where there's darkness, goddess of darkness, there's going to be someone of the Everlight.
Yes.
Lucian leans over to you, Sir Yurik. Yeah, she knows all about splash damage. It's fine.
All right. I have never ever made a mistake in that regard.
I can't correct you either.
Yeah. So anyways, you're all walking up there, and Janus will continue. And then there's the matter of the second layer. This one is preserved for the more minor politicians. The people who craft laws specifically to better themselves for greed in order to cause suffering to others. We estimated some of the worst politicians that have ever existed, and, well, all of them are up there now as horrific abominations, personified by how they truly were when they were mortals. Some of the abominations are larger as they were in personality, and, well, yes? Yeah. Up there's only, Trent never died. He's still alive. But,
Damn it.
Up there, Lucian continues, there's a good, I don't know, 25 abominations or so. They're honestly kind of strong. I mean, pretty damn strong.
I figured they'd be trying to argue with each other and get each other on their sides.
Yeah, they work shockingly well together. It's kind of disgusting.
Quick question. There
Yeah.
wouldn't happen to be an arbiter, and someone's trying to remember the name, but it's the guy who was in Uthadun before.
Batchwell?
Yes, that guy. Batchwell Lighthammer, I think.
Batchwell. Yeah, Wait, was it Batchwell? I think it was Batchwell.
Yeah.
Bronze
that's cool.
replaced him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, do you know who that is? Janus sits there for a second. No, he's not dead yet. And although he's a, bad one, these are the worst ones.
Yeah, so basically, he this is where he can expect to come to, probably.
Well, if he gets any worse. Actually, it would seem that your current timeline, that's not going to happen. Since Bronze is elected, supposedly unless anything interferes with it, like that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Yeah, it should be generations of prosperity for Uthadun.
How many generations?
You're welcome, Uthadun.
Mary says somewhere up in the distance.
No, I imagine Mary's at the orphanage right now and just is looking at the city. You're welcome, Uthadun.
Oh, they're doing
He's
great.
training all the orphans to be pickpockets.
Oh,
Good,
come
for
on.
good.
If you're not watching the Tuesday game, they're in Uthadurn right now. Yeah, it's a wonderful city. Everybody loves it. Anyways, after you ask that question, Mel, Lucian immediately goes, "God damn it!" As he is now spoken for the next 5 minutes or so.
Yes, just as planned.
Just as planned.
Lucian will continue. Was there anything you wanted to add to all of that, call? Did you make it up to the second floor?
Yeah. I just, like, by the end of the time, I was pretty tired and would just kind of come back, and it took a few days going back and forth, but yeah. By the time I'd get through with basically clearing the second one, 7 days was already around. I guess. I don't know. They would just kind of come back. I don't know. I'd go back, sleep, go back, you know. And eventually they just all come back. So
fascinating. 32 generations. Thank you. If we're counting that in halfling years.
Good to know.
Oh.
So
Never
if
mind. I'll do
we're-
it next time.
So if we're when we go through this mountain, if we were to say perish on, let's say, the 7th layer after fighting our way there, and we were to be have to go through it all again, could we? Is there a way we could skip past the earlier layers and go straight to the 7th?
You know what? He looks over at Lucian. I think No, she told you not to, dude. Right. He drops his staff in front of you, Sir Yurik. Oops.
Oh. Why, someone seemed to have dropped this staff. I guess I better should pick it up and deliver it back at some point.
Oh, yes, please. He holds his hand out.
Now?
Or now.
Right. Well, now is relative, isn't it? For you?
Now,
I mean.
yes. I would,
Right.
if you could give it back, of course.
Oh, well, here you go.
You hand it to him. Ah, look at that. You just did a favor for a god. I guess you get to have a request. 7th floor it is. And he points up at the mountain. Congratulations. Because you did a favor for the god of time, he will create a fast forward time on the 7th floor specifically. If you are to leave and you need to get back, if you leave through the 7th floor, you can head back to town, keeping it active, and go back in through the 7th.
No.
But it's only on the 7th floor. All right, let me write that into my notes for this world. Where did I put my pen?
Boggies.
Wait, is that like forever for anyone, or is that
Yeah,
just
why
for
not?
us? Okay.
Fuck it, you guys can change the world. That's the perk of a living universe, right?
It's a secret for them to find out, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And
That's
then
the
you'd be
first
like,
thing
what?
Janice says, "There's an exit on the 7th floor."
He just puts a big red X. It's the exit. Get it?
I imagine too, like anyone who gets to that point is like, it's a trap. It's a fucking trap. Don't do it, man.
Well, I hope they watch this if that's the case. Anyways, Lucian just face palms. Come on. How many times do you have to piss them off by doing little things like that? Listen, she created the rules. It's not my fault I'm smarter.
No, he's got a point.
I, for one, think it was an excellent suggestion. I mean,
Lucian, if there's anyone who should be proud of skirting rules by technicalities.
Listen, I enjoy the effort. It's a good gesture, but these rules are in place for a reason, I found out. And look at what we're dealing with now because a rule was broken. Oh. You know, you have it so easy with your domain, Reagan. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm
You're just
tired.
responsible for the entire, ruling class of Zodiac.
Right. Yeah. God, that sounds great. And
Would
Lucy
you
just
like to be
looks
dealing
down
with
at...
Vascarvin?
No, I'll deal with all knowledge that's known to the universe instead. And just...
If it makes you feel any better, it seems like it had to be you, because someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Yeah. He looks over at you, Reagan. Sorry, this net has been really complicated and difficult to make. But
I can imagine you've been getting into that goddess of creation coffee then too.
You have... It's so much. Just so much. Anyways, yeah. Let's keep going. Ugh. And anyways, you all walk over to the Mountain of Tethesis. The Mountain of Trials. There is a large archway, about 15 feet tall, 10 feet wide. Sitting inside of this archway is a double set of silver doors. It has the symbology of each of the divinities that you have encountered thus far imbued into it. And as Giannis approaches, looks over at you, Rashid, gestures, and on the outskirts, the trimming on the edges, is a very large serpent that goes all the way across it. Apologies. Didn't know you'd be here.
I appreciate it. No worries.
Lucian just face palms. Stop creating. That's her domain. Anyways.
Got the scales right. The blue and white. Perfect.
Yes, I was there. Anyways.
What does that mean? Why does he keep saying that? He just whispers.
Anyways.
Well, there's your trials. The moment you step in there, everything will appear on all 9 of the floors. And you have 7 days to make it all the way through. Remember, every single creature has to die. Except all of you, of course. If you happen to summon anything in here, he looks over at you, Silverin, know that if it dies or if its time summoned expires while it is here, it will become re-tethered to this location. This world.
Wait, if the time expires? Because that's the same as me simply just ending the spell.
Well, if you simply just end it, it's perfectly fine, but if you reach your wit's end without sending them back, they're here.
Right,
Great.
so maybe we should avoid calling on angelic aid and such things then.
What? I mean, your discretion in what you do. If you bring them here, make sure they are aware of where they're coming, and, well, yeah.
Right, well, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I should have gotten a summoning spell just to keep them stuck here.
I don't summon any angels, but there is one particular asshole that I haven't summoned in a while. Finally, he can make himself useful.
Yeah,
Jim,
yes.
that-
I think I know.
Is
Yeah.
there some badger or other that pissed you off?
Wait, Badger?
What? Just an example. I mean,
What, is
There's
there
no
something with
badges here,
badges or
right?
something?
They are unaffected by time. They simply do not care about it.
what?
But they're just a badger. But the... What does that mean?
Badgers are
No.
creatures that do not care about anything and therefore can choose to not be subjected to.
You could say that they don't give a fuck.
So if you were to, say, awaken a badger magically, they would be self-actualizing. Potentially.
Now, stop badgering him about it.
Right. As someone who is capable of doing such a thing, even I would not try to delve into that sort of dangerous magic.
So let me get this straight. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was snickering. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to cut anybody off. So let me get this straight. So in this realm, there are badgers who are time lords. Is that correct? Am I understanding this? They like you have a council of badgers, and they all be like, "Oh yes, this is now how time works," and they sort of decree something. Or am I crazy?
No. Badgers are Lucian. Lucian creates an illusory image of a badger on the ground. It looks like a badger, a honey badger in particular. And he gestures to it. You see this thing? If it chooses to ignore time, it may do so. If it chooses to ignore somebody hurting it, it can do so. And it just isn't affected by it. Their levels of not giving a fuck is so superior to anything, they go above divinity.
Even the
Luckily,
illusions.
they are very unmotivated.
Luckily,
Unless
even
they're
the
motivated to get into your pantry, which...
So if you say awaken a badger and give it a GS, or request something to motivate it, then maybe
I
we
would
should
be
stop.
fearful to think what would happen. Luckily, there has yet to be more than one druid in this universe willing to try such a thing.
Which
I
druid?
look at Sylvan.
He looks over at
Well-
you, Sylvan. You know.
Well, the most obvious result is that it'll just bite you back in your chest.
Wait, does someone know? Because I think I know as a player.
You
but-
heard from all of them. They're like, "Wait, she's not here, right?" And like they were legitimately concerned. She's not here, right? Like just
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I wish Prissa was here.
Nice.
She'd have been like, "Where is she? Tell me, Janice. I will murder her. I will kill her."
Badger folk
Oh,
barbarian.
God.
No.
No. Totem of the Badger.
Yeah. Yes, there are other creatures such as like ducks, geese. You know, they're on that spectrum of horrificness, if you think about it. Much like where you come from, the serpent has symbology and symbolic reasons, I'm sure. Still, correct?
That is correct. That is
Well,
correct.
you see, ducks and geese are the physical embodiment of the eldritch horrors in this universe.
Huh.
Yes.
I probably shouldn't ask exactly how that came to be. That's probably...
They made a deal.
Wait, are you saying that in your universe, ducks and geese don't bring about apocalypses, Rashid?
No, they're just fucking duck and geese.
I have fought...
Wait, this is normal?
I have gone fist to fist with some of the most dangerous creatures and people in my world. I was locked in a box with an archmage who had the power of the most superior augment that we had. And I would rather be locked with her than with a goose.
Huh. Oh, well. Is like all the animals either deities or, you know, just divine entities of cosmic destruction? Because, I mean, is there anything else I should know about? Just in case I
Dogs.
don't want to accidentally, like, sort of...
Dogs are the superior being, of course.
That is true, of course. Okay, glad that we have that in common.
Well, I mean, horses are one rung above that, but horses, specifically Bastion.
Oh no, he's a horse
this-
girl.
At this point, does like some Inquisitor Paladin person come up and be like, "Heresy," and smite Sir Yorick for that?
Hey,
Well, if the two paladins here haven't done it already, then no.
oh, we have two paladins.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But anyways, you all are standing before this, making light of the very tense situation you're all dealing with. Well, of course, go ahead, place your hands on the doors, and accept your trial, please.
Hand on the door.
Zoom. All of you?
Yep.
Same thing.
You all feel...
Puts helmet on.
You all
Fifty
feel
first.
pins and needles in your hand that goes all the way up to your shoulder very uncomfortably before there is a pool of force from your arm against the door, and it slowly opens wide. You see before you a set of stairs, taller than any of you could peer above, and the scent of death lingers in the air. You all step forward, I assume?
Before anyone steps forward, I just slap everyone in the back and cast Long Strider on them. Just for the extra 10 feet of movement.
Oh, I should probably also give this to you. I almost forgot. Here on Rashid is going to sort of pass and toss about several sending stones out to people. He has 3 that he can give, or a total of 4, but he'll just say, just so like we can keep in touch in case we ever get separated. I don't really know with this whole thing, what could he do it, so just in case.
I should ask, you all have camping supplies with you, correct?
What are you talking about? I was just brushing my horse at home. Why would I have camping supplies with me?
We're not in the woods. Why would we camp?
Actually, why would I be wearing my shield and armor?
Well, I mean, you were about to get a new portrait made of the two of you, so you were wearing all of your finest.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get back, and it's just a portrait of Bastion, but it is glorious.
Sir, your child is turning 1 in 3 days, so like, you wanted to have an updated one of her sitting on top of Bastion and you beside her, like,
So
commemorate.
I'm missing out on my daughter's first birthday for this. Well, second,
no,
technically.
No, you are not. Out here, the only time that exists is what I say exists. It's not connected to what's happening there.
Ah, right. Well, that's good. Good.
Yes, you'll be gone for a few moments, at most. Or forever if you fail.
Right.
And
But- Yeah.
I was to say, so you can have my bedroll and supplies if you need.
I love this low-level adventurer talk. I love it. Just like, guys, we've never done this. Do we have a tent? Like, just...
No, it's not the tent. It's the well, if none of you have any food available, looks like we'll be stuck eating good berries for a while.
Well, I have a mansion.
Well,
I have a
I
couple
do
of basic
have
rations.
Right. I do have some basic equipment that I always carry with me, such as a tent and a grappling hook and a rope and stuff,
You were going to go camping as well afterwards, apparently. So, like,
it's practical to have around the house, on your back.
This happens every time. Good berries are not that bad, but it is an acquired taste.
tasteless. Anyways, just to clarify, everybody has Long Strider right now, okay?
Yeah.
For the next hour. Rashid, who are you giving a sending stone to?
Rashid will just hold them out. I have 2 pairs. Does anybody want them? Anybody need to or would like to keep them on their person?
I have a
Sure.
set as well.
Pearls.
I'll take one.
We'll pass one to Silren.
And they're only connected to one another.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
sure,
we have...
I guess we have 6.
We have a total of 6, but I want to know who has which pair. Rashid has Silren's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should keep them split up, so if we go into 3 different groups, that each group could talk to one another.
Reagan, who do you give your hair to?
If we split up, most likely she would not want to go with Sir Yurik just for the danger of being toasted alive, so she will give her sending stone to him.
Fair enough.
He's a good shield wall to hide behind, though.
And then, and that means that me and Mel have one between each other.
All right, go ahead and place down who your buddy is. You all have your buddies picked. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. I'm just happy you guys didn't go paladin stick together. Like, that would have... What floor are the two of you going to handle? 9. Just...
Let's do it right here, right now.
All right, so... yeah, so that what you wrote in the chat is how we're dividing it up?
That is, yeah, that is, yes. So, Reagan's goes to Sir Yurik, Lakal goes to Mel, Rashid goes to Silren. Any other preparations before you all walk in here?
I'm whispering one to you real quick.
Sure. Be sure to do it in Roll20. My Discord is closed right now. Sorry, I've been getting pings all day, so I'm keeping it closed while I'm in the game.
Oof.
Yes,
Right,
that's no problem.
As usual. Nothing else.
Go ahead.
We do have 10 days or 7 days or whatever to do this, right? So theoretically, it's time is kind of on our side, depending on how whatever this dungeon is. So
right, it depends how quickly each of you can move through each of the layers, and then how often you all need to rest in order to do it.
Like Call is gonna grab his necklace and start speaking in a language, and kind of saying something, kind of preparing.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's everything?
I will be polite and not listen in.
It's draconic, so I don't know if you can speak it.
Monk, baby!
Do you use
All right.
something? Oh, yeah. Good point.
Does anybody need... Well, I can help and prevent a little bit of death once or 2 or 3 times. Does anybody need a little bit of casting of a death or death ward on them to prevent from any mishaps from happening?
Well,
granted, it is only 8 hours.
Resources. Like Hall passed through this level and the next on his own. So save your resources until we know for sure we're reaching something more difficult.
Right. I was about to suggest the same because, well, it would seem quite wasteful if we were to spend too much of our energies on these, well, murderers and, skeletons and these pathetic undead. They're usually quite easy to handle, right?
Right. Fair enough.
They are. Reagan could understand him because she can hear everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she understands all languages.
Yeah, like Hall had said, Vorthal be with me. I will get back to you as soon as I can, but give me some of your protection while I'm gone.
Silvern, you can actually absolutely hear it, but do you know Draconic? Your passive is stupid. You hear everything.
He's not whispering. He's just kind of saying it. Yeah. He's not whispering. He's just saying it.
Yeah, right, but when we're talking about somebody with like an 11 passive, even if you're just speaking, they might not notice. He's a 26. He notices everything around him, like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think he's always so grumpy? You're trying to shake his hand. He just saw you scratch your butt with that hand.
Why do you hate nature so much? The fucking birds are always fucking. Just
No. They're fucking and they're always asking who wants to fuck. They always want to smash.
You still have real life too.
High passives and speaking bestial. Oh, that's so rough, man. I'm sorry. Anyways. You want some fun? Anyways. You all step forward, I suppose. Moving inside.
Last question.
Yes.
I promise.
Okay.
So for this, the augments and whatnot. So we're saying, so for the augment of, where was it? The aura of life, where it says, action to start of your turn, allies within 10 feet of you gained 4 temporary HP. How long does that last?
It lasts for 1 minute, but you can reactivate it as an action as much as you would like.
Gotcha. And after the minute, the temp HP goes away?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. So I should probably just activate it, given the 4 temp HP for now, and then it'll, because I can keep doing this over and over again. Okay. I will do that then. And then.
But it does cost you an action to reactivate. That's the only balancing. It's like almost every fight you go into, you'll have it up. But that it's only 4 temp per fight. But you can keep doing it. And if you wish to reactivate it, you can. But yeah. Anyways.
Okie dokie.
Everybody.
So anybody standing near me, you get 4 temp HP.
So you watch as he flings around his scimitar? No. Which one has that augment in it?
This is the trinket. City trinket. Actually, no, this is the scimitar. The second one. Not the first one.
You all watch as he twists the scimitar around in a circle, and you all hear a serpentine hiss throughout you, which just invigorates you a very tiny bit. And then the hissing continues for 1 minute.
Why does he keep saying strong? Because someone can understand Snake for sure.
I mean, I don't question it. He likes to have his fun.
Ah, God.
Let us move you all inside. God damn it, I hate that this map is set up like this. Anyways, you all step forward. Moving up the stairs, feel free to look around one another if you want to know where your positions are, but I think I set it up right this time, where each of you glow within a 5 foot. Correct?
I've got my usual really good vision direction pointer thing.
But you can see fine. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Just not behind
Sensei, because this is your first time on a combat map in one of my games, you have field of view. Meaning whatever your passive is, we give you 120 plus 5 per extra point in your passive. So the wider your field of view is, the more passive you have. And all of you are limited to this. For any of you who do not have dark vision for any reason, there is effect tokens inside of the journals. There is dancing lights, light source, candle, and torch. Feel free to drag it onto the map and use that for yourself if you need. I believe 2 of you do not have dark vision.
Yeah, I don't.
Right. So, the 2 of you wander up the stairs, looking, or all of you wander up the stairs, sorry, looking at the solid, smooth mountain, which looks as natural of any mountain as any of you have ever come across. The wafting essence of decay just lingers inside of this location, as if there's been a massacre in here recently. The air is stale already, even though this has only been here for about a day or so. So, as you all are looking at this, you hear from up ahead a shambling. Click, 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 click. Coming from further ahead. Some of you with the really good vision see that there is a large horde of skeletons moving with one another, their bones locked in different locations, crawling across the area openly. I would like you all to please roll me a stealth check. Keep in mind, you have a plus 10 from Silverin. And for any of you with disadvantage for heavy armor, be sure to account for that.
You rolled
Hey,
initiative.
34.
Silver's not stealthing.
Yeah.
Sir Yurik's not
yeah.
stealthing. Initiative.
I mean that would
Oh,
make
man.
sense. That would track.
Well, it's the same
Funny.
modifier, so
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
6.
But you have disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Man.
So
6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, Zen. We need you to roll a stealth check. Disadvantage. Stealth check disadvantage, sir.
Who's rolling a stealth check at disadvantage?
You.
Why disadvantage?
Heavy armor.
I'm not heavy armor.
You both did that thing. Okay, cool.
No, I've always had medium armor, master.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Anywho.
Wait, what?
I
Why
guess
does it-
not. It's fine.
why does it
16
say-
is still
okay.
16. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
16, 11.
Why is that?
You all beat the passive of Skeleton Horde. As you are moving through here, I need you to roll me a history check. Like all.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
16. Oh, no. Other 10. Okay, that's actually not
10.
bad.
Not
You
bad for me.
You remember some of the skeletons tunneled out an area and buried themselves in the mountain? And you remember you couldn't go to the second floor until you found out where it was. And you remember it was somewhere near the entrance. That's it.
Just gonna. They were tricky and started making this place their own, digging into the walls. So we need to find that tunnel, but also be careful. They may dig more holes into the walls. Watch your flanks.
They've delved too deep, too greedily.
Are you implying that a majority of these skeletons are dwarfs?
What? I would never. Why are you, do you
Wait,
have
why-
against dwarves?
I was directing that at Lycall because of how diggy they were about digging tunnels.
Sir Yurik has a hidden passive. He gets offended when people generalize him.
Because he's never done that before.
What
That's
are what are dwarves?
They're
we'll
these
come
humanoid mules.
back
No,
to
I
that.
mean, sorry.
And
Well,
Hold on a
I'm-
second.
Reagan is gonna. We're gonna run up the wall, and run in and kind of do a little bit of a scouting ahead.
All right, feel free to move your token freely up the wall since you are maintaining your own stealth. Keep in mind you lose the +10.
But I think I'm okay on a 22.
Hopefully. You rolled kind of
Dope.
shit.
Dope monk shit.
Yeah. All right. Feel free to keep moving around. Reagan, over here seems to be one of those pits with the oozy things.
Okay.
Over here as well.
All right. And then I will come back and just off to the right, there's a turn. One of those pits are there, and there's a second right, and it's in that area just beforehand. That's where there's pits there, so be careful of your step and of an ambush.
The best bet might be is just to hold this tunnel and let them come at us.
I was about to say, you seem to be a very popular figure on these first 2 floors. Do you think were waiting for you, Lycall?
Like if I'm the one that sent them here?
No, as in, like, they know you're gonna keep coming back, so they keep trying to outdo themselves previously.
Maybe. I have no idea. They're just undead. They're just dead things. We just fucking just destroy them, right?
That would imply that
Use small words, please.
Why don't you become our bait?
Okay. He's gonna start walking forward.
Like, you're
There he
actually
goes.
very used to this.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I get. Literally, this is what the people I've been with just use me for.
Good
Oh,
times, good
I'm,
times.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
As he's doing that, and once he attracts the group, I'm gonna wall climb behind him again.
He's just gonna whistle out loud. Hey, Dick for brains, I'm back.
Immediately, I would like all of you to please roll me initiative.
Oh,
You told him to go. You told him to go forward.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay, just want to make sure nobody want to get upset that I.
I mean, I figure that if anything, we'd at least have time
wait.
to like get in position when you start walking.
Real quick, anybody I believe within 30 feet of me, you get a +5 to your initiative.
Oh, okay.
Where are you right
Oh
now?
my gosh.
Is that
He's standing
everybody?
right next to you, Sir Yurik.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
aura
I think
is
so, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Hold on, make sure it's not 30 or it's 10 feet or 30 feet. I will confirm that.
Increases, right?
Yeah. Yeah, all range of auras increase to 30 feet. Yeah, so anybody 30 feet within me.
That's a 5.
Yeah, +5.
Sweet. God.
Alrighty. There we go.
Or actually, if it makes any difference, it is a +6. It adds our proficiency bonus to initiative, but I don't think that'll make much of a difference.
I
plus
can't
6.
change mine for some reason.
Can't change yours? What'd you get? What'd you get?
And
+5?
+5, yeah. 19 plus 5.
When someone else
There you go.
saves, it like since it only can save one person at a time, so
Yeah.
it boots somebody out.
Let me update again. There we go. So, everybody, as he walks out and says, "Hey, Dick for brains, I'm back," you all immediately hear, and the entire 120 skeletons begin rippling through the area, shouting, screaming, and clattering, as all of them are immediately beelining their way over here. Yeah, he's really good at being bait, guys.
Not gonna lie, I kind of imagine with that, like the moment that started happening, if I was a bard, I would start playing the Doom music.
Rashid, select your token and then roll initiative on your character sheet.
Got
That
it.
adds you to the track.
And then I can, yeah.
And then
that's,
change it to 29.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so that should go through, and then where am I at? Did it do it?
Not yet, no.
That was weird. There we go. Oh, okay, I rolled it again.
Same number.
Did not do it that time. Yeah, there we go. I'm just at the bottom thingy on my screen. Oh, there we
It's
go.
no problem. I just fixed it. There
Thank
we
you.
go, everybody. So, there goes surprise, everybody. But, you know, if he can solo the floor. Rashid, you see all of the skeletons in the area, the mangled hordes of them begin crawling with one another aggressively out towards you. What would you like to do? Remember, your movement
Well, what
speed is
I'd
increased by
like to
10.
do is Oh yeah, thank goodness for that. All right, we're going to try to rush forward a little bit and immediately grab that of the scimitars. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. About right here. I mean, yeah, why not? Let's get right into the thick of things. We're calling them over to us. Yeah, I think this should be fine.
Into the thick of it. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Into the thick of it. Yeah, let's do this. All right, he will move the last 10 feet. Immediately, already taking that of the scimitars out and just immediately start slashing directly towards each
No,
and every one
it
of them.
cut out for a second. You're good. Okay. So, tornado
Oh,
swing.
okay. I was like, oh, muted. Yep, you got it. All right, 2 attacks or 3 attacks are going at these guys.
Go for it.
Oh, really? Let's do this. First one with the scimitar of serpents. It's rolling. That's a 32 to hit, and you can ignore the poison damage because I think, but 13 slashing damage and then 4 radiant. I don't know why it's doing. Oh yeah, from the divine smite.
Yeah, you have the improved Divine Smite. As you run over there with your scimitar, slicing up against the horde for the first one, you notice that they seem to not really mind the whole slashing bit. You knock off a couple of the heads, but it just lands back on the pile and keeps moving with it. But your radiant damage absolutely hurts it.
Easy enough, easy enough. So does it seem like it's doing any damage to them at all from the slashing? Just even a little bit?
It's resistant to the slashing.
Gotcha. Well, that's all I got. So here, we're going to slash at him again. We're going to drop first level smite on him.
All right, go for it.
It's rolling. Wait, what? Why is it making me roll twice?
I think it's just confirming that you're
weird.
Yes, it is. However, you absolutely hit.
So... Alrighty, Divine Smite. That is 2d8 with the just a simple level 1. So 17 points of damage plus another 7 for 24, if my math is correct. Yeah, 24
You're
points of
missing
damage.
a d8. They're undead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Boom,
there we go. An extra 5 to that, so 29.
All right, so 11 down to 6. 6 doubled is 12. So 12 plus 6 is 18. What was down below? 13? 13 doubled is 26. 26 plus 18 is 44? Was that math?
Whew.
44 on the second strike.
So you said... All right. Third and final strike with the bonus action. Probably don't want to do anything else. Yep. Simple bonus action. Just going to slash at it one more time. It's weapon fighting.
Go for it.
This one's a lot worse. It's a 19, and
Will
you
still
don't
hit.
add the plus 5. So it's 6 plus 3, so 9 damage for the last one.
Nope. That's not how the math works. They're vulnerable to radiant, but they're resistant to slashing. So 3 is doubled to 6. 11 is halved to 6. 12.
Gotcha. All right, so 12 points of damage then. My bad.
So you all watch as he runs over very quickly and just slices upwards 3 times, almost like a fluid dance of strikes into it, and the burst of radiant energy pulses through it and crumbles some of the skulls and aspects of these undead creatures away, but the rest of the attacks seem to be only mildly annoying to this type of creature. You all see now the threat of it being an amalgamation between all of the skeletal forms. Is that everything?
That is everything.
Alrighty, Reagan, you're up.
Alrighty, we're gonna run up the wall, and then we're gonna drop behind the second horde here, and we're going in with the longsword. So she pulls a very sleek, slightly bent, but incredibly sharp longsword off of her back and is going in with it.
Go for it.
I have clicked it. Let's see if it'll...
It might be
There we
asking you
go.
to confirm, or it might be roll 20ing.
Yeah, it might be
hit.
roll 20.
Hit.
And then that also was with an extra... That was with the D6 Radiance.
All right, and
That's what
what's
that last
the
one was.
D10? Oh, D10 is if you're two-handing.
Yeah,
Are you?
I am.
Okay. So, all right, so more math. 7 plus 7, 14, plus 3. Can you add all of your modifiers to the secondary damage as well, just so it... Or just set your first one to D10 instead of D8 on your character sheet, please. The first damage. Because right now I have to add the plus 7, plus 3 to the original 7, plus 2. And that's... Yeah.
Okay.
So minus 3 is 10, 10, 17, 19. Or 17 halved is 9. Yeah. Plus 4 is 13. Okay. Second attack is minus 7, 10, plus 3, 13, halved. 7 plus 4 is 11. Alrighty, you strike into it twice.
And then we're gonna do a kick at the end.
Alrighty. Your kick gets radiant
no
damage?
radiance. No, I just
Okay.
have it. I just had it checked, March. Sorry.
Something
15.
you notice. The bludgeoning is normal against it. Slashing it is resistant to, bludgeoning it is not. As you curb stomp one of the skulls and it just shatters against it. Very, very easily. Alright. All done? Mel.
See, casually saunter 40 feet. Why the hell does it pop up? Okay. Let's see. Two horse, huh? I think Reagan pointed out that the hole that oozes are around here. I think.
Yep. You see an open mine shaft, I believe, right? You have vision?
Mhm.
Yeah, you see the open mine shaft, and she said down there.
All right.
And up ahead as well. That one.
Oh man, they all went into melee. Now I can't heal you.
I mean, you can.
Technically, yes.
I mean, that monk is a
That
goddess.
never
She can probably
stopped
take
you
whatever.
before.
Yeah, there's
Fireball,
two
Fireball
gods.
is deck save.
I mean,
You have evasion, right?
That has never stopped you before.
That question is always great coming from the spellcaster.
You have evasion, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Yeah.
Oh god. Let's see. I'm just gonna do the casual slow one that hits the both hearts and. Oh,
Alright, so you're attempting to cast slow on the horde.
yeah. Hopefully hit both of them.
Okay. Unfortunately, the horde is not a singular creature, but the amalgamation between multiple creatures. There is 30 skeletons in each horde. Your
I-
slow does nothing against them.
Ah, okay, so that's how it works.
Yeah.
Right. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Horde mechanics, they can be fun. It
Mhm.
makes something like skeletons a little worrisome.
Ah, okay. Well, I did all I can. I shall go back to filing my nails.
Bonus action. Alright, like Hal.
How many times have I been on this floor?
4.
4 times fighting them? So I'm sure
Yeah.
I would have tried it. Probably throw a history. Whatever. I want to figure it out myself without doing that. I was going to ask if fear worked, but...
What? Ask.
5,
Ask.
10, 15, 20...
You've been here 4 times. You've
Yeah,
learned
yeah,
how to
yeah.
fight them. Ask.
Did fear work on them?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
It worked on the sentient one, though. Just not these ones.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to here. And bonus action, Call's going to drop into a stance. He's going to use one of his fighting spirits and drop down into a stance, like squat really low, and brings this large blade to the side a bit, and like hold it in close to himself. And then I'll make 2 attacks.
Alrighty, go for it.
There it is. Let me just make sure I don't have anything. You know, I'll do Great Weapon Master on both of them.
Fuck it. -5. Let's go. Woo! 23 hits. (17) also hits.
Okay. And then
All of you deal radiant. It's great.
oh
All
shit! I didn't have that adds on 20 damage too, Jiro, because Great Weapon Master wasn't in there.
Yeah. We can add that in. So 17 slashing, halved down to 9. Plus 8 is 17. Okay, 17 on the first strike. And
Plus the 10 from the. So plus
I'm
5.
adding that in afterwards. One
Okay,
second.
sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot of math. Okay. Second strike, 16 radiant, 9, which is 25. A lot easier to do. And then 20. You all watch as Lycall runs over to them, sliding into position, pivoting quickly, and thrusting his blade sideways into it before turning and slashing down on top for a second swing that seems to be knocking and bursting with radiant energy against these creatures. Reagan, insight check. Cool, we'll get to that after the fight. All done?
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty. Now it is the skeletal horde turn. 10, 20, 30, since they can climb over objects, dashing up to you. That one's already there.
Oh god, let go.
Alrighty. Lycall, you have the entire horde immediately reach out and attempt to consume your entire stance. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Well.
You are within Rashid's aura.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to roll, okay? You could still roll a 1.
This is true. Dex save.
Yup.
32.
Every
without
time
his
they
aura.
try this, you've learned perfectly. Just step on top of it and kick off. Like, they don't realize. Like, you know this. That was part of their movement to try to engulf you. Now they're going to try the same thing against you, Reagan. Ha ha ha. Dex save. I know.
Are they moving out of my range at all?
No,
They're
it's more
attacking
like
her?
they're pushing themselves out to try to
Okay.
engulf. Think of it like
yes,
a flood
Game
of
Thrones.
undead.
Like Game of Thrones when the
Yes,
giant
that
thing.
pop culture phenomenon I never paid attention to. 25. Same thing. You
Phenomenon.
mimic what he did and just kick off of it. Now they will actually attack. Claw. You know what? They don't like you, Lycall.
Mm-hmm.
21.
That just hits.
Nice. You take 12 points of slashing damage.
I
16.
Miss.
All right.
72.
Now, Rashid. Same thing for you. I need you to give me a dex save. You are inside of Lycall's aura.
You have a +5, brother. Yeah.
Does the Paladin aura stack? No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
They don't.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, they do. Yeah, they absolutely
Wait,
do.
what?
Yeah. There's nothing that
That's
says
neat.
they don't stack. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is why I'm so defeated with you guys entering. That's, like...
Oh, man. All right. So, dexterity saving throw. This
Yup.
isn't a spell or magical effect, correct?
No, they're literally just trying to be an avalanche of bones on top of you.
Oh, my God. So,
wow, that was
another
bad.
523.
That was such a
Yeah,
bad
that's
roll.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
you easily get out of the way of them. As they try engulfing around you, you see what the two of them did over there, and you're like, good idea. You jump off one of the heads and just land on your feet. Now they will unleash 2 attacks.
Seems to have
21 to
worked.
hit. How's the 21 feel?
It will.
Ooh.
Well, let's see the damage first, real quick.
12 points of slashing hit.
Have your
All right, I'm down.
Oh no!
He was a wizard all along. Holy shit! Okay,
I was level
two
1, guys.
wizard.
I was bullshitting.
so my pink sparklies are rolling good
Oh.
today. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh no.
23 will also hit.
Another 12.
Another 12. You got it.
As you leap out of the way, you watch as the skeletal hands reach up and just start scratching down your body, causing little bits of blood to shoot out from your mortal form. Sylvan.
It's just Sylvan. No need to do that with the S.
Don't be silly.
I will kill you. You want to piss off the people?
Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Earthquake the whole
Smidge
mountain.
your
Fuck you
disbelief.
guys. Just-
Oh yeah, so
Alright,
he's gonna
guys,
move
come on.
forward. Maybe back up a bit, just so he has a better view as well as stuff. Looks there. Debates using one of his spells that would be really good in this situation, but then it's like, no, resources, and he is going to help light up the tunnel, but then also throw it at some skeletons. Maybe set them on
Alrighty.
fire. I don't know.
Produce flame. You throw at which horde?
Let's go with one near Rashid. That
Okay.
will help kind of light those guys up a bit.
19, absolutely. Oh, wait. Disadvantage because you are within melee of them, but it still hit.
Oh, am I?
Oh, no.
shit.
Wait. Sorry, I'm not used to everybody's tokens. You're not in melee. I was thinking you were like Hall for a second. My bad. Go ahead. 19 hits. For 17 points of fire damage. You all watch as a burst of this greenish flame strikes and then incinerates in a large red sunder against them. That'll be fine. Ooh, two of them are hurt. All done, Sylvan?
Let's see if is anyone of our guys hurt? Oh, Rashid's got a little scratch. He's fine.
They both have a little scratch, and that's it.
Amidst the horde, Sylvan can see the tiny little scratch that they're putting. They're fine.
All done?
Yep.
Sir Yurik. You
I'm
see now,
gonna-
there was a burst of light from Sylvan.
Hey. I look over at everyone who's moving so damn fast, and I just huff and puff over to this place.
Oh, that's right, you're
Oh,
out of
there we
practice. It's been a year.
Right, well, let's try this then.
Oh no.
The token just turned
Fireball.
around,
No.
look at so you're like, oh no.
Like, oh shit.
Oh,
No, I'm
Does
just
this guy
gonna. I'm pulling up my shield and just directing it forward so that the holy symbol is directed against the undeads, and I'm going to try to turn undead.
Okay, what is the range of that?
30 feet.
I was worried about somebody else.
Oh man.
I mean, you're high enough level. It's destroy undead, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't
It's
it just-
destroy up to a
It's
challenge
challenge
rating of
rating.
4.
Yeah,
Mm.
it might be just above. Or I don't know. Is there a way to make an assessment sort of that?
Roll me a religion check.
All right.
Ah, yes, Sir Yurik. They are definitely below CR.
Yeah, but like, can I take on this many skeletons? Or
Yeah, you know your limitations, kind of. 28 religion. Although together they are a far deadlier threat than you would anticipate, individually, they're just fucking skeletons.
right.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing holding them together other than them colliding and becoming this large avalanching horde.
So I just bang on my shield and just, oi, have a look at this, and it starts glowing, filling up the whole room with light for a moment.
Wisdom, correct?
Wisdom save, yeah. DC
Okay.
19.
9 on the top one. 10 on the second one. Ooh. natural 19 for an 18 on the third. Fail, fail, fail.
Yeah.
You all watch as all three of the hordes get enveloped with this bright, shining, divine energy that just does a quick scan through the entire room and leaves them nothing but little bits of kindling on the floor. Reagan, it stopped right before you.
It's like, like she was preparing.
Well, that
Jesus fuck, where were you when I needed you?
was,
3 runs before.
I was back there. You guys run so fast up here. I didn't really have time to notice what was happening.
Sir Yurik.
exit.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're not out of combat yet.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, Sir Yurik, did you move your full 40 feet?
Oh, right. I have 40 feet. I didn't. think
Yeah.
that. Well, I guess I'm doing that now then. And, I still have a bonus action, but, yeah, I'm not gonna use that. So, I guess that's my turn.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. So apparently I lost my token somehow. Sorry, everybody.
Roll 20.
However, from this wall right here, you all hear as this massive skeletal minotaur charges directly out. Rashid, you're the only person in range, so you are in danger of the gore attack. Can you be surprised?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. I think I probably can, but it makes sense if I couldn't. For right now, we will say I can be surprised.
You can be surprised, okay. That will be a 23 to hit.
I use warding flare, so it gets
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right, the first roll was a 19 to hit.
Ooh!
19. Ooh, it still hits.
Oh,
I ain't got
damn.
that crazy of an AC. Yeah, only got 18.
I love it. I love when people don't hyperstack it. It's fun. Anyways, you watch as the entire wall shatters, shooting up all of this debris, and then there's a very quick divine glow to your side that distracts you for a moment too, going, who's here? And then a large horn sinks into your gullet and knocks you up into the ceiling before falling to the ground. Give me a strength saving throw.
You got it. Rashid is like, what's that sound? Oh shit! And then just immediately gets going or gets flung upwards. Alright, you got it. Strength save and oh, this ain't my specialty, my friend. Ooh, that's
You
a
still
one.
get-
That's a fail.
You have
With a
+5.
+5, 11 still fails. You are thrown into the ceiling and fall down onto the ground. That fucking hurt. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage from the horn itself, and 13 points of bludgeoning damage from slamming to the ceiling and slamming on the floor.
Oh, Jared, can
So-
I use my 6 words after that happens too?
4 words, but yeah.
Watch out for that Minotaur.
Noted.
And this
Just
one
gets back up.
charges through this wall down here.
Oh fuck.
Huh?
However, it looks confused as like it charged looking and then sees you all down there. It's a little slower. Now, you all hear from far away in the chamber.
This motherfucker.
We have more to die. 1, 2, 3, 4. More to die. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come out to play, little kids. Like Hall, he always counts to 4. He's really bad at math. Anyways, Rashid.
1 less than me.
Jared, is that who I think it is? Like as
I
a
don't know.
player, a certain
muted.
Shidokai?
Oh no, that's not Felix.
Okay.
Felix isn't that evil. He's evil, he's just not dangerously evil.
No, but he liked to kill and fight.
Yeah.
Felix.
Is Rashid's aura up right now?
Yeah, it's up right now.
Okay. All right. And does that go on all of our turns or on your turn? That we get the
At the start of his turn.
Constantly.
Okay.
At the start of his turn,
okay.
4 temp HP to everybody while
Cool.
attacking.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, you're talking about that thingy.
Yeah. Rashid, you're up. You're lying prone on the floor. Ugh. Whew, that thing hits hard.
You got a little bit of blood on my cloak and everything. This won't come out. And he's just gonna do a kip up sort of motion back to his feet and immediately just do a double slash or like an X slash directly towards the Minotaur skeleton. Alrighty, first attack. Oh, also, real quick, while I'm making these, for the boots of haste, do those have a limit on how many times I can do them?
Once per long rest.
Once per long rest, I figured. Regardless, that's a 30 to hit, and oh boy, I can ignore the poison. 2 plus 8. Oh gosh, math.
So 21 points of
6
damage.
points of slashing damage to. Oh, okay.
21. No,
21
he's not
points of damage
half. He's
to
the
them on the
board
first
that's
one?
half. Yep, 21 points of damage.
Gotcha.
against
Okay,
him.
that makes sense.
You leap up to your feet and immediately X across. Oops, sorry, everybody. X across, slamming into it on the one side. And this is a lot less terrifying than the other one was. Or less well put together. Go ahead, second attack. Oh, 25. There it is.
Second attack, 25 to hit.
So -3 is 16. Ooh, it is looking a little hurt already.
All right. Third final strike. I'm just going to immediately sort of do a sort of spin move and slash directly towards out of its legs.
Go
All right. Final thing. Bonus action. Scimitar.
14.
Ooh, that was
14
terrible.
hits.
Oh, we take those.
Yeah, it's an undead. It's like
Let's go.
He sort of like stumbles for a moment, looks up. Did anybody see that? Yeah, keep going and then keep slashing anyways.
like I said, the one paladin soloed this room. So, like Rashid, you end up slicing against it 3 times, stumbling a little bit on the third, and damn, there was a little rock there. Annoying. Anyways, all done?
Just sort of kick it up, and that's my turn.
All right, Reagan. Your nose
I'm
is a little crispy, but that's all.
Just like, get a little sunburn. I'm gonna use my redonk speed to come over here, and we're gonna keep the sword out.
Yeah.
But we're gonna use unarmed attacks on this one.
Alrighty, go for it. You found out the weakness. Natural 1 misses, regardless of the modifier. Uh-oh, elves.
Unerring accuracy.
Oh,
shit.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
shit.
There it is.
This was the problem with Reagan. Yeah, okay, keep going.
Natural 20. Hey.
You run up.
Reverse card.
Yeah.
You run across the wall over towards the creature, locking your sword between the 2 horns and twisting around to twist the head and knee it into the neck. All right, so that's 19
Yes.
doubled, and that would be 4 minus 38. It is hurt from the one loud snap of the neck already. Go ahead, second attack.
23.
For another 22 points of bludgeoning damage. You then, after snapping it on the one side, pull your blade back the other direction and swing your right leg around to kick it into its gullet in order to knock that other bone loose. The head is just barely holding on with this creature. It is just barely still standing.
All right, I got one more punch.
You nonchalantly twist around and sit heavily right on that little tiny piece of its spine that cracks and stumbles to the ground. As you all see Reagan standing over top of this dead Minotaur skeleton.
She Black Widowed it at the end.
Yeah. Alrighty. Do you have more
And-
movement?
Actually, not.
Uh-oh, we lost someone. Zen! Where'd you go, Zen?
Bro.
I think that might have been the internet thing that remember earlier.
Yeah, it might be. It's all right. We don't have all the names up, but we have all the faces. That's fine. Repossession. There we go. Alrighty, that's everything?
Yep, that's all that's just all I got. You know, that's all I can do.
Mel, for a moment you thought you had to stop that one. All right, go ahead.
Oh, okay, it's over. Well, question for the twisting augment, since it says I can switch the element of a spell to another.
Mm-hmm.
Below
It has to be an
fifth
elemental
level,
damage.
Yeah, does cantrip applies to 5th level and lower?
Yeah, of course.
Yep. But does radiant count as an element?
What was your question?
Yeah, does radiant count as an element that can be switched to?
No, radiant is radiant. It's not elemental damage. We're talking like fire, cold, poison, shit like that.
Okay.
Well, not
Yeah,
poison, thunder, shit like that.
Okay. Might as well double check.
Poison spray, fire spray. That would be a lot better.
Yeah. I'll just casually firebolt the other one.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh,
Oh,
that-
geez. You easily flick your nail file over towards it where a burst of fire strikes across the... Yeah, that hits.
shit. Why is it doing this? Hold on.
31
Yeah.
points of fire damage.
Yep, thank you. Because the description window is blocking my whole chat for some reason.
That's fair. You all... Silren, you being the only person actually watching that direction, you see Mel just offhandedly flicks, goes back to filing, and when you look over at the skeleton, it's just dead, lying on the ground.
It was already dead.
It's just char lying on the ground.
Barbecue bones.
But anyways, that's you. Like all, you heard the voice coming from this way. Dallas Knight is over there.
Zen.
Oh yeah, Zen's not here.
He's back in roll 20, but looks like he's trying to get into Zoom.
Zen's here.
Hey, sorry. I don't know what happened. I've been using my hotspot. Just kind of my fault. Sorry, everyone.
That's alright. You're good.
Boop. All right, we're fixed. And now we have a picture of you shirtless on top of a car. Nice.
Oh God, sorry. That's my roommate.
Nice. So yes, it is now your turn. The two Minotaurs were dealt with in a surprisingly fast fashion. However, you hear from around the corner, Dallas Knight is moving and approaching.
Which way did I hear him coming from?
Over her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, that's the mine
30.
shaft. Do you want to stand over that or try to leap over it?
I moved 15 feet so I can long jump it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
easily.
Yeah.
You land right there. You turn around and you see Dallas Knight standing there, holding up his orb with this flames licking and falling down and longsword in the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6.
5. Can I just finish my movement?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Guys, this is the boss of this layer, okay?
Yeah. Bonus action.
Rage. Oh, wrong character.
No, bonus action. I'm going to, as I'm jumping in the air, slice through the air actually and cut like a rift almost. And say Borethal, teeth, and a dragon's head's coming out. And I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alrighty.
Put it there, so it's like a dragon's maw.
Alrighty. Tooth.
Tooth. Hey, it's a maw. Alright. It's a little scary.
With the dragon tooth.
Alright, I am not doing Great Weapon Master. Because I don't know what his AC is right now. And I'll swing.
Where are you summoning the rift? Directly in front of you or behind it?
Behind him.
Okay, well, roll that one first, because it gains flanking from you.
Oh.
There you go. There's the teeth.
Tooth. Shameful display. Spiritual weapon. Oh, it has advantage, duh. But
Yeah, you might crit. Who knows?
Okay. Nope, that one didn't crit.
22 hits.
They're not doing that. Level 2. 13 force damage.
Alrighty. You position yourself, readying for this very intense fight against him, as immediately the teeth sink in from behind yet again, but he seems almost ready for it, preparing for you, who's the real threat in front of him. Go ahead and take your action.
Yeah, and I will swing at him twice with my great sword. And as I'm coming down and cut through there, I kind of spin and bring down the slice.
Go for
like
it.
flipping through the air.
Yes.
Swing. Batter. 32.
Casually hits.
Yeah, I'm going to do one divine smite on him.
What
Actually,
level?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No?
I'm going to
Okay.
save these. I'm saving them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that is 28 points of damage. As you strike against it, he whispers underneath his helmet. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hit more like a... Go ahead for your second attack.
If he's concentrating on anything, he has disadvantage.
I think you meant to say barn
Oh,
door.
actually,
at
no,
the
wait,
end.
Jiro, so as the slice hits him, these tendrils come from the cut and go at him. I need him to make a strength check.
Surprisingly, he is
15.
perfectly fine with strength.
Okay, all right. I totally forgot. I have.
Yeah. Yeah. Against this guy, it might actually matter. The other ones, not so much, but yeah.
Yeah. And then second attack.
Yes.
Did he make a strength save?
He succeeded.
Can I use my reaction? Well, actually, I don't think I see him. Never mind.
You don't see him, so no, yeah.
Oh, don't see him. Can't see him.
34
All right.
hits.
And damage.
For 27 this time. You strike into him a second time, and he just continues laughing. What, did you weaken on your rest? You hit weaker than before. All
I
done?
don't need to be strong. I have family.
Oh. Silverin, you're up. Hyperclap.
Alright, yeah, so Soen's going to before moving, he's going to point down that direction where the horde and the minotaurs, I guess, came from.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna say, "You guys go down that way and kill everything there. I'm gonna go make sure he doesn't die." And then Soen will move north. Okay, hey, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just wait patiently right here, just kind of watching this and like try to do what Mary does with bardic inspiration. Just kind of, you go, like, I'll beat him. He can't even count to 5. And
Roll me an intimidation roll, please.
oh God, no.
There's no way you're persuading him to be inspired, but you might be able to intimidate the guy to be pissed off. 2 fails. Okay. That's...
Okay. Yeah, that tracks. And hey, what race was Lycall?
He looks
like
human.
all? Yeah.
He's
He
human.
looks. He
He
looks.
is, he
okay.
is human.
Okay. Yeah. In
He
that
looks
case,
human enough.
It's dark, and Sylvan didn't see anything that looked like it could be like that he could see in the dark. So he'll use an item interaction, take out a torch, and then light it with produce flame.
You have a torch. All right. All
And-
done?
Yeah, to help light that. Can I also throw it at the produce flame when I'm done with it? So I just
Next
have
turn.
the torch. Okay.
Next turn you can. Yeah. Sir
that's my-
Yurik.
Right. I'm gonna move up over. Let's see. You said there was a mine shaft or something around here?
Right here.
Okay. Let's see. I'm 20 feet, so can I also do a running jump just to get over there?
For you, I would still like an athletics because you've been out of practice for a year.
All right. Yeah, that checks.
Be careful of the mine shaft, grandfather.
Grandfather, how'd you die? I fell down a
10.
mine shaft.
You kind of like stumble on the edge and like catch yourself and like slam your knee and like crawl back up to your feet. Oh, whew. All right, that's another like 5 feet of your movement.
So, and I can still have 5 feet left to get up close.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I can do that. And
Your knee
I'm just
stings
gonna-
though.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! Didn't sign up for this shit. Or well, I did, but and then I'm casting Word of Radiance,
Word
Just,
of Radiant.
showing off my holy symbol again, and just shouting Hallelujah or something.
Wisdom save. 13 for 14 points of radiant damage.
Yep.
I love it. All right. You shine it, and it almost glows and sears whatever's underneath the helmet a little. All done?
Yeah.
All right, they're dead. Now he finally gets to have his turn. Like Carl, he turns to you. You brought me more to kill. He holds his hand behind you. Like Carl? Yeah, this is usually what he does. I need all three of you to give me a dex save. Like Carl, Sir Yurik, and Silverin.
Oh, wait, is this magic?
It is a magical effect. You do have advantage.
Yes.
If you're within 10 feet, you have +5.
Oh, nice.
Sir Yurik
God
has a
damn it.
+5.
What the
Yeah, that's why I
fuck?
said if you're within.
Man, he needs it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, that's great. Like all, you're like, yep, I remember this. And the other two are like, wait, what's he doing? As a
Yeah.
tiny spark of energy shoots outwards and then explodes in this hellish fire that envelops the two of you and ignites against you with this burning area that just, your skin goes down to the muscle in that area. Like all, you are successful. So you only take half damage. That is 35 points of fire damage, 35 points of necrotic damage. Both are halved. So that's 36 points of damage against you, like Call.
Mhm.
The other two take the full amount, 70 points of damage.
Oof.
Wait, so you're resistant to fire, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, you know
half
what?
on that one, plus 35 on necrotic.
Yeah, you know what? I will
Or-
use this
Let me do
right
that.
now. At least to help that a bit. So,
With the fire?
yeah.
All right, so you gain resistance to the fire. He starts laughing out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how many more. Rashid.
Alrighty. So after Silverin saying to, and everybody else saying to go check out the other area while they deal with that, Rashid is going to get up and he's going to start marching forward to this area and looking for any more enemies. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well,
Here.
You have 40, so you have to get over the mine shaft. However, as you leap over it, a gelatinous reach strikes up over towards you
Oh God.
for a
Alright,
16
this
to
is
hit.
really unfortunate. I would jump or like sort of dodge roll out of the way for a brief moment.
After it does that, you see
Oh,
the
man.
large gelatinous reach recedes back, and it just lowers down the mine shaft.
First the blood, and now the goo and the goodness. And he is going to wait. Where did it go? Or where's it on the map? Or
Oh,
it
was
went
in
upwards?
here. It was in here.
In here. Gotcha. And I have no visual on it anymore.
No, it seemed to have released itself from sitting there and just free fall.
Okay. So if I cannot see it anymore, like on the map, then I'll just yell out, "Watch out from the ceiling! Cubes of gelatinous form!" And he's going to march forward last 10 feet. That's pretty much all he can go and do. Yeah, he can't really go anywhere else or see anything else. If that's the case, he will. Man, I guess he'll use his. He'll just sit here with the dodge. Nah, screw it. That's not him. He wouldn't do that. He's going to dash forward and keep charging to see if he finds anybody else.
All right, go ahead.
10, 15, 25. Nobody there. Keep looking. 30. Nothing. Look over there. I think we killed them all. He just sort of gets over there. And that's his turn. Hello? Guys?
God.
Anyone?
Follow my voice.
God goodness, so that's it.
Reagan, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna step in the wind,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna say I'm gonna get here, cause like
Yeah, you get there. Yeah, that's just mathematically, you are there.
I'm there. Back over here. Where is this guy? I can't see him from the.
I don't know
Okay,
if you can see the.
Okay,
think
I was on
you were
top
on
of
top of him.
Okay, so I'm gonna flank with him.
Alrighty.
And
From underneath the two gigantic draconic teeth. Shink.
like,
You're nimble. You can easily fit underneath it. It's no problem.
Yep, and then we're gonna kick out the back of his knees. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, give me an attack. Jeez. Only in one shots do you roll this well.
I know.
Hey, you're kind of
Just-
taking all the luck over there.
I
Can you
just
just
saved-
shit alone? I'm kidding.
And the rest of my luck is like shit. Okay, so I save it for the one shots.
You run up behind it and slam into its knee as it goes 1, 2, what the like kicking it right behind the knee. Anything else on that one?
We're gonna. You know what? Let's stunning strike him.
All right.
There we go.
16.
There we go.
Does a 16 succeed?
Nope, it's a 20.
Alrighty. As you slam into the knee, you all hear a very loud pop as splinters of blood or splinters of bone shoot out, and it seems to be really focused on realigning its knee instead of fighting you guys. Come on. Get back
Take
in there.
advantage of this, and she's gonna. We're going
Bop, bop.
again. Yep.
All right, 15 more bludgeoning.
Get it? Because we get advantage.
She does have advantage, but yeah, keep going.
No.
I do have 6 new words again, right?
Yes, 4, but yes.
Okay. Shit, I don't know if I can do it in 4 words. I guess I'll wait till
Yeah.
my turn.
So you run over and slam into the knee, dislocating it, and then just keep pummeling into the back of this creature as it's like, get off me, I need to fix this. All done?
Yep. That's it. Yep.
All right. Mel.
Since I remember them saying that we have to kill stuff, and mostly here it's skeletons and oozes.
They said there are oozes, but you have to kill all of the skeletons, specifically.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Let me check the distance.
The oozes are just the
Nah.
janitors that sweep through and clean.
Yeah.
Yup,
Like
you know.
Roombas.
So,
You know what I do.
The shaft, the hole is here, right?
Yeah, there is a hole there.
Alright.
Can you mark where the holes are? Because
Are they not visible to you guys?
No.
Nope.
Well, it looks like Reagan's on a hole, but yeah, they're not really visible to us.
Yeah, I didn't see any. Just flat ground. Okay, there we go.
There it
oh
is.
shit,
see
that
it.
was right in front of me.
I am so sorry, guys. I thought it was visible this whole time. I
No, that's why I
apologize.
didn't jump. I just ran
God.
across.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the thing I was saying. I'm like, okay, I don't see anything. Well, I guess he's just gonna keep going that way. Oh, man.
God. Since I don't see much. Yeah. I'll just catch up to Rashid and Dimension Door right next to him.
Just nonchalantly dimension dooring. Okay.
I just kick like this empty space right next to me as it shatters, and I just jump in and appear next to him.
Is that one of your free spells?
Nah.
Okay. Alright.
Preserving spell slots, that's for plebs. Anyways.
Hey, it's only one level 4 spell slot, is nothing. I'm a
Alrighty.
wizard.
You appear right next to him.
What's up, Rashid?
Oh, hello. That's there. And it was gonna point over to the giant's gelatinous cube that's now apparent. Oh man.
Well, it fell back down the hole. It's gone. It's in the hole again.
It's
Shit.
it's cool.
It was like using its tendrils to stay aloft, and there's like, oh, food. Oh shit. Oh.
It was, and it reached for something, and now it's falling. Like.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of the
so
death traps. You'll die if it catches you and you fall all the way to the bottom.
Except for, slow fall.
Maybe you. Well, no, yeah, you could
Maybe.
survive that damage. Yeah.
I'm having to think about what I can say. But...
All right, Mel, all done.
I'll just tell Rishi that. You trudge on ahead. I'll follow right behind you,
Alrighty.
while the others are killing the preschool guy that can only count to 4.
Like Hall, you never thought about distracting him before. Huh. Go ahead.
Pummeling always works.
Yep.
Advantage. All right. First will be the frickin' whatever it is. Actually, no. I'll just swing with advantage. 27.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Show me your moves.
Strength save 20.
Oh, yeah, that makes it. Can he make one if he's stunned?
I think he just automatically fails dex saves.
Dex
not-
saves,
Oh, yeah,
not strength.
okay.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Damage.
I'll do great. Oh yeah. Damage.
Yeah.
There's
So
that.
that's
And I'm gonna
7, 21.
do Great Weapon Master on the last one.
Oh, he's looking rough. Go for it.
Advantage. I don't know. 22.
22 hits.
And I'll throw in one Divine Smite.
You're smitten with him.
I am smitten with him.
Woo! How do you want to do this?
I just kind of low slice at his legs, and as it comes back, he kind of spins, twirls up, and like flip down, cuts straight through him.
So, if I'm envisioning
As
this
radiant
correctly,
light.
yes, you all watch, or some of you watch, as he cuts through the now weakened kneecap of Dallas Knight, who spins sideways in the air, and as your blade pivots, you do a standing front flip with your divine energy, slicing through, creating a perfect circle that immediately roasts this guy down to nothing but kindling. And now, all of you, after clearing this dungeon, hear a lowering elevator right over here. But before we do anything with that, everybody, this is where we are going to end today's sessions. Viewers, thank you all very much for viewing. Well, players, thank you all very much for playing. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Hope you enjoyed yourself as our guest here, Sensei. And we will see
Yeah.
you all next time. Before we go out, Sensei, shout yourself out, please. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you.
Oh shoot! Well, first, again, thank you for letting me play and such. But yeah, my name is Sensei Suplex, and essentially, I am a professional dungeon master and also the lead of Project Aurora, a giant sort of persistent universe where everybody and everything matters and such, and can all affect each other in big or small ways. We also have the community get involved with that of the world building, and also that of just like leaving that of their mark on the entire universe. Everybody leaves their mark, so how will you? You can find me on twitch.tv/sensei_suplex. Same thing with Twitter and all that stuff. But yeah.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
By the way.